All right, everyone. I went live. Went live going there a little bit late there. I've been running up and down the stairs, and I got a new computer monitor that I'm trying to figure out, and I got all this stuff going on here, and the screen's bumping around because I got to set up the monitor to the wall, and I got the fade off too much. Hold on, we're trying to figure all this out today, guys. It's been a long day. How's everyone going out there in online Big Blue land? The laptop just died. Dominic's going to be there soon. Dominic always has an excuse. It's the laptop. It's other issues. We got problems. We got problems here in Giants land. We got problems here in Giant land. We got problems everywhere. You know what? But it could be worse because, like Zach said, oh no, Urban Meyer stole the charger for the stripper pole. That's what happened with Dom. He's missing around. Hey, Evan, what's going on, my friend? How's everyone doing today? It's a good day. It's a fun day. It's an interesting day. I'm pulling up a video as well to see what's going on here in Giant Land. We got all the big news for the Giants organization. Of course, we have Rob Sale looking like he's going back to Florida. We got problems with Isaiah Wilson. He's the only guy that gets dressed and doesn't play. That's always great. You get dressed and you're the only Giant not to play. So your career is going stellar. What's going on, my friend? How are we doing today? What's up, Jay? What's going on with the big J? Walla, 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 what's going on? Any GMs that I want a lot of GMs. I want George Young to go back, and I want George Young to be the Giants general manager. That's what I want. I like Ed Dobbs. I like Dobbs out of our old buddies over there in the Colts. I like Dobbs a lot. Will that happen? Nope, it will not happen. Duke of Funk is trying to connect right in, but he's always got problems. The hamster died. Everyone knows that in the UK, hamsters power the internet. We all know this. That's why Dom's freaking computer never works. Hold on, I got to figure out where I'm at here. I got a new monitor, guys, so bear with me. Makes me look twice as sexy, I know. What's up, Dom?
Hey, you're right.
I'm good. I'm not the one that was late. I'm great. I'm not the one that's late.
I was here before you, and then suddenly I got the.
I was here before you, and then something happened. Who's believing that? Nobody.
Who's believing it? The screen makes you look twice as sexy.
I am twice as sexy. I know I'm twice as sexy. That has nothing to do with anything. What's up, Jay? Welcome to the realm. Oh, we have the coffee coming in. Thank you, Mrs. Online Big Blue. She's not eating the fruit, so everything is good. Ooh, we get the coffee. Get the Black Rifle coffee. We are ready. We are rolling. We are worse than the Giants. You know what? We don't even work as good as the Giants. Oh, Dom. Let's talk about this what we like to refer to as I guess a team. Is this why we're going to call it a team? That's not rhetorical. Logic's fine as hello there. Merry Christmas. Are we talking about this as a team, Don?
Do we have to? I mean,
yes, we have to talk about
anything and not the Giants, because then we can all have a merry day.
we have to talk about this for a reason, because this went so poorly, so quickly, so fast that it's unbelievable. Especially the Eagle game. It was 3-3 the Eagle game. 3-3. Right? Everyone's extolling the virtues of the defense. How wonderful it was. And then there was a 34-point explosion. 34 straight points. What are you laughing about over there?
Well, we got 7 back. We got 7 back, and that's what we've got to take away from the game. That we were fighting to the end.
That's what you took away from the game. We got 7 back. Is that what you took away?
It's not what I took away from the game.
All right, I'm just making sure that's what you took away from the game, because what I take away from the game is we suck.
What I took away from the game is that we gave up.
And Dom, that is I think that is the pinnacle of what happened, that we did give up, that I get cookies too. I get cookies. That we gave Are we back now,
Yeah.
Dom?
Yeah. Not quite sure what's happening here.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It was the curse of the Giants. It's the boat trip.
That's definitely what
You
happened.
hear me, Dom?
I can hear you.
Dom, can you hear me? Is there
You're not-
anybody out there?
You see, you do this
It's
to
the
me
boat
so
trip.
often.
It's
I
the
never
boat
know
trip.
if you're making up or not.
If I'm screwed, people that don't know, there's a lot of times when Dom is on the air and we're doing a podcast, I do this to Dom. Dom.
And then I go,
And I don't say anything. Then he keeps talking and talking and talking. Now what I like to do is just this.
I did
Say,
fall for that
until I
one.
froze. You
I
did fall for that.
one.
But let's talk about the Giants. They Giants to me gave up. They threw in the towel. They said, we're not playing this game no more. We're not doing this. Is that a fair assessment, Don?
It was genuinely, it was my takeaway that we just stopped trying. And I think we stopped trying when we, you know, before the game was even beyond us. And I think that's
when we stopped trying.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, but in theory, the game, we could have still got in, you know, been in the game. And I think that's a damning testament to the coaching staff, that the playing staff gave up before the game was over. You know, I don't even get when you're at that level. You know, you're 50-0 down with 5 to go. Keep trying. You know, and we didn't, and that's a damning indictment of the team and the coaching staff, and it tells me that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do this off season. If we bring back Jones, if we bring back Judge again, then we're just going to see more of the same next year, because we're going to have to see, you know, most of the players that are here that are under contract are going to have to stay, because we can't afford to cut most of them.
You know what the coolest thing is right now, Don?
Go for it.
You know what the coolest thing is right now? You look like a badly dubbed karate movie, because there's a lag in your pause. So you're doing one of these. And what I want to say is everything's going great. Drunken Master. You are a poorly dubbed karate movie right now.
Do I come with subtitles? That might help.
That might help, but you know what? It's a little weird to watch. It's a Sunny D. What's going on? It's a Sunny D delight. Peter King says, Mara is looking outside the organization for a GM. Do you buy it? Peter King, the venerable NFL sports writer.
I presume he means a type of car, because that might be true. I hope so. But if he does, then you're not going to attract the best unless you give him the chance to do what he wants with the team, and not say you've got to run with this and that. Otherwise, it's pointless. You're not getting anyone of worth.
Do you believe any of the rumors that the Giants have had multiple GMs turned them down because they don't want to work with Joe Judge and they don't want to be told who their quarterback is? I
mean, I don't know if I believe the rumors or not, but I think that would be logical. If you're a GM of any GM worth their salt will turn that down. But it's hard to know what to believe about the Giants, because they, you know, and rightly in some cases, lie about what they're doing. You know, and sometimes there's a point to that. You're not going to go, hey, here's our game plan for this week. We're not, right?
Well, you don't know, because it's the Giants.
But they might as well. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference. But you know what I'm saying. Right. But no GM worth their salt comes in with that stuff. But you hear it's going to be internal because we're keeping Jones and Judge. Then you hear we're going outside the organization. Well, I really hope that both of those things aren't true, because that's a waste of time.
Well, and you know, and like I said, like to your point, the Giants are just going to sit there and say, well, you know what? Sometimes they have. They kind of gave away the whole Saquon Barkley game at one point in time as well. You know, we're going with Saquon Barkley. No, we're not. He's a gold jacket, but we're not picking him. So the Giants, in their infinite stupidity, have gone that direction a couple times. What does Tim have to say? Because Tim is usually smart, because he's got someone's surname. Tim, will the Giants hire Scapelli over Abrams or Dorsey to be the new GM once they show get them in the door? I still think they're going Kevin. I don't think Scapelli or Dorsey is going to want to come in here and be told, you got to keep Dave Gettleman. You might have to keep Dave Gettleman too, but you got to keep Dave Jones, and you got to keep Joe Judge. You need to fail with my guys. You can't fail with your own. Fail with mine. Who's going to want to do that, Dahmer?
No one wants to. I wouldn't be shocked if we went internal. I just really hope it's external. Just really hope it's external. I'm not sure it'd be Dorsey either, and I'm not sure that would be smart either.
Who would you want? Who would you want as a GM?
I mean, Dodds is the obvious choice, but I just don't think we get him. You know,
that's not a rhetorical question, though. Or did your internet freeze again?
Yeah. No, sorry, I'm having a really bad connection for some reason. But yeah, why would Dodds come? Like, really, why would he come? I don't see that happening. You know, I really don't. So
no, I'm asking.
You know, I don't know exactly who I'd take. I look at the Chiefs guys, and you wonder how much control they've got. I forget his name now, but the number 2.
I don't know if I don't know if your screen is freezing. You're just thinking.
I can't hear you now.
All right. That's Dobbs.
Yeah, no, the next one down from Dodds, I forget his name. You got Ballard Dodds, and then there's the one's been there 20 years.
Dom comes back. Dom goes. Dom comes back. Did we lose Dahmer? Dom, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Or did we lose all of it? No, now I can hear you. Boy, we got some wacky internet today, but your picture is frozen. Here's a good one. I saw this today. You're frozen, Tim. I'm frozen. No, I'm not. No, I'm just fucking with you. Sorry, guys. This is what I do to Dom all the time. Internet is wonky in the UK. Dahmer?
Yeah, I am struggling somewhat. I thought it was you freezing, but it might not have been.
No, it's you because you're actually good now. Is my screen still?
You're fuzzy on my screen.
Frozen? I'm fuzzy on your screen, but I didn't break the internet. Hold on, let me check my internet connectivity. Everyone likes when I do my internet speed test on the air because it's always so interesting to watch. You're good now, but bad quality. Well, loving wife.
Talking about what we're saying with the connection.
That's just my personality. Bad quality is just my personality. There's nothing to do about that. You married me because you love me. My wife loves me. She bought me a 32-inch 4K monitor. Greatest monitor in the world. But the Dommeister General. There is a rumor going around. I'm fuzzy. I shaved.
I didn't.
There's a rumor that Chris Mara could be in contention for being the general manager.
No. I mean, why would you? Right? Like, seriously, at that point, you're just trolling us. You're really trolling us if you do that.
With you, wouldn't it be we are hobbiting you?
No, we're scared of trolls. They're much bigger than us.
Things I don't know. Things I don't know about the Middle Earth. Your screen is kind of blurry.
Hopefully not. Morocco Brown was the one I was talking about. Maybe he might come from the Colts, but I really don't know. It's impossible to tell unless we clean house. And I think you've got a very minimal selection. Is that I just looked up the name of the guy I was trying to remember when I was freezing, but Chris Mara, no. I mean, why would you? Seriously, why would you? Surely Tish isn't signing off on that.
Well, Tish owns 49% of the team. Last time I checked, when you own 51% of the team, you gotta do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah, I know, but you'd like to think that Tish would still have some weight in the hiring of it. But maybe I'm being optimistic rather than realistic.
I've been snubbed from the Pro Bowl because of this trash team. We know it. We know, Evan Ingram. You should have been on this. You should have been in the Pro Bowl. You should have been. Dom, I'm going
to
whip
carry the drinks, or
Oh my god, Dom! I don't know if you saw us on the last stream.
no. Is that Conan?
No, it's my twin brother. Don't we look like? If I took my shirt off, I look just like that. If I took my shirt off, I look just like that.
What, plastic?
Shut up.
You had some work done.
Shut up. Nobody likes you. only people that come here is for me. You don't know who this is? It's He-Man, dude. It's He-Man. Chris Mara Chris Mara is basically making John Mara the GM. I agree with that. I agree. If Chris Mara is the GM, it's going to be John Mara. He's gonna try to do the Dallas thing.
I was getting straight away what came
Jerry
to mind.
Jones.
Straight away what came to mind. Yeah, it was Jerry Jones.
He's gonna try to do Jerry Jones. I don't see that happening. But the problem is, and I have identified the problem.
We suck.
All Giant fans have been waiting for this. I'm getting loose. I've identified the problem. I've crunched the numbers. I've watched the tape. I've done everything necessary to figure out how to fix the Giants. Are we ready?
Go for it.
That was not a cesur or a dramatic pause. It's the boat. I've said it before. It's the boat trip. We're like 21-60 since the damn boat trip. What we need to do now, we need to exercise the demons of the boat trip, break the curse, do something big that will make sure that the Giants get back on track. I am starting a GoFundMe page tomorrow. We are going to raise money to buy the boat and burn it into the ocean. I'm not sure how that works. How you burn a boat into the ocean, but I mean, we'll sink it.
Well, you could put explosives on it, dynamite. That send it to the bottom. I have a theory on something else that might break the curse, which might be slightly cheaper and less explosive.
Oh, good. I don't have money for a boat.
No. And how did the Isaac Iden bus ticket GoFundMe page? How far did you get?
$1.79.
Oh, brilliant.
And I put in $1.78.
Who felt sorry for you for the other time?
My mother. My mother. My mother said I was only worth 13 cents.
They're always kind like that.
So what's your theory? Come on.
Sterling Shepard, I think, is the only person left that was in that picture that's still playing for the Giants now. If we cut him, does that break the curse?
No.
Oh, I mean, I hope so.
No, man. It's the boat. It's the boat, man. It's the boat. It's cursed. I know this. We were looking at pictures, antique pictures and photos and stuff and paintings. And I saw this painting on the wall. And there was this woman playing like a harpsichord. And it was painted like in the 1800s. My wife said, we should get that. I said, no, it's haunted. I could tell these paintings will come to life at night and kill us all. So it's got to be the damn boat. The only thing we could have done is leave that painting in the antique store, or we can burn down the boat.
I mean, can we try the Shepherd thing first? Can we try the Shepherd thing first? Might be cheaper.
No, because I can't cut him. I can't cut him. They restructured his contract. They restructured his deal.
I'm still pretty sure we saved like $4 or $5 million. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still an expensive cut, but
it's cheaper to buy the boat and sink it. Look, Zach has already donated to. I'm not giving the money today to the Children's Hospital. I am giving money today, the super chats, to buy the boat and sink it.
Have we found out? I mean, I hate to get practical, but have we found out where it is?
Well, I don't need to know where it is. It's in Florida. It's in Miami. The
Oh,
it's in Florida.
That's absolutely fine. It must still be there. And secondly, there aren't that many boats in Miami, so I'm sure we'll track it down in no time.
There's probably only like 500,000. It's fine. I'll just run through every dock. I will just run. I'm going to run through every dock and find the boat. Or I could find the dock they launched out of and just burn all the boats.
Just in case.
Just in case. Now, Zach has donated $2. For this theory to work, I think I need $6. Because I don't think I could buy gas for $2. No, we're not burning anything down. Pretty soon the Giants will run from Trenton. They might be run from Trenton. They might be. Trenton's run like a... They don't knock Trenton. I lived in Trenton. I lived in a really bad part of Trenton, but I lived in Trenton. Nobody likes the boat idea. It'll be great. Dom, you get to come to the States. You get to go to Florida.
Yeah.
You get to go to Miami. We'll hang out at the beach a little. You could check out the strip clubs here and compare them to poppycockers in the UK. We'll go to federal prison together. It'll be great.
You had me sold right up to the federal prison part.
3 hots in a cot.
I'm not sure this body can take prison.
I am not thinking that you feel this. I'm not thinking you're feeling this.
Oh, dear me. Someone suggested earlier that we put Mara on it and then
sink it. UCK Sports says, before you sink it, get Merrick, Gettleman, Jones, and Judge there as well. I'm going to need more than $2 to do that. I'm going to need like 9. Who wants to donate $9 in Super Chat so I can get Merritt, Jones, Tish on a boat?
Are we about to become the Sopranos on a budget?
We're the reverse mob. We don't get anything done. We have to whack that guy. No, that'd be that's too bloody. We can't do that. I'm telling you, Dom. We'll just go find the dock and just sink them all.
Chadwin, and look, the British Navy back in it. I'll tell you what. Why don't we go back a couple of centuries? Because the British Navy was elite in those days. Like I reckon we could send a fireboat into the harbour.
Do you know what's cheaper? Zach is donating $2.
Anything apart from this plan.
No. Zach is donating $2. We'll get another 7. We'll buy hammers. And we'll just go hit all the holes of the boat and sink them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving watching your mind at work. It is a thing of beauty.
I just think you don't feel this. I am trying to lift a 10-year curse. Do you want to be like the Boston Red Sox who had a 100-year curse? And you don't want to go to federal prison for it. What kind of giant fan does that make you?
Oh, dear me. Do you know what? I apologize. You're absolutely right. It's 100% worth it.
Thank you.
Oh, they're flying to Florida. So
I want someone to say this is a rebuttal video now. How many other Giant fans are ready to go to federal prison?
Oh, dear me.
Besides Dom. See, ECK Sports says it's a perfect idea. I think he's like
absolutely nothing could go wrong.
He's like 10 or 11. And with combine that's like our IQs. So it'll be perfect. He can take over the channel.
Oh,
I got you back in prison. Don't worry.
I definitely need someone to have my back in prison. I'll tell you.
Tom, I just don't think you're getting it.
No, well, maybe
I'm
we
gonna
could
be
do it
way
like
back.
they did the usual suspects.
Because you know what I'm going to do? I don't want to break this news to you, Dom. I'm going to turn state's evidence against you, get a commuted sentence, and leave you in prison. This is why I have you involved in the show. I'm going to drop dime on you. I'm going to see it was all his fault. He threatened me. He told me if I didn't do it, he was going to rub me out. See, it's the damn boat. Carlos understands it. Carlos gets it. What is John said? Giant Twitter is saying we have a bright future because we hired an outside GM. Well, Twitter's stupid. I've already told you that. Stay off Twitter. Listen to us. Because we have all the answers.
It would be a smart move.
To burn down the
Well-
boats?
That and many other things ahead of that.
See, ECK sounds perfect. He's willing to take over your spot on the channel when you go to prison. Because I'll still be here co-hosting.
Yeah, because you'd have turned on me.
Of course. You think I'm dumb? You think I'm dumb? I'm gonna frame you.
Well, I'm small enough. You wouldn't need a big frame.
I wouldn't need to get a small frame. Do they have a junior section for frames? What is Zachary saying here? Odell Beckham Jr. Nah, I was thinking of something slightly more washed, like, I don't know, maybe Trey Songz. Yeah, we could do that. Dom's not going to know what that is.
No, I don't.
I know that. Giants are going to hire clone. Yeah, they are going to. Yeah. I'm still going with the boat.
I know. I have got some good news, though. I've got some good news.
Good news. There's good news. We found the boat.
No. Evan Ingram says he's got my bail money. The bad news is he's probably dropped it.
He dropped it in the bus station. He can't find it on his way out of town. I know. John just says, I want to know your response to Giants Twitter. It's all stupid. Don't go on Twitter. Don't come on here either, because evidently we're burning down boats.
Yeah. If we're not here next week, it's gone terribly wrong.
And you know what the worst part is, Dom? I'm not even 100% sure they went out of Miami.
It's a good job there's not a big
I'm not exactly sure where they went out of. It could have been St. Petersburg. I think
it's not a big coastline.
You know what it is? There's a lot of people that watch this show. I don't know why, but there are people that watch the show. Someone should know who owns this boat. If you know who owns the boat, email me at Dom, her Royal Majesty Secret Spy.com and tell Dom where he can go and burn down the boat. I mean, where we can go.
I'll send in Bond, don't worry.
He died.
He'll be on the first plane out of here.
He died. Oh,
he did.
Dom! Some people might not have seen the movie.
Well, I was talking about the books.
He died in the books?
I don't know. I was trying to cover. I can't read.
You must not. Because you're about to sign an affidavit saying you burned down a boat. That's the only thing I can hope for. The lizard people abducted these players. That's why they now stink. It could be the lizard people. The Lizard King. But I think Jim Morrison's
dead as well. It's warm enough.
They might be down in Florida. According to Twitter, Tim does rebuttal videos. That's right, I do. I rebut things. Big butt things. Oh, Zachary, you're such a troublemaker. Just gonna leave that one up. I don't know. I always love that though, because my videos come out hours before everyone else's. But I jumped into my time machine and went ahead of time. OBJ owns the boat. Really? I don't know. Zach, is that true? Does OBJ really own the boat? Or are you just being Zach Attack? Because if he owns the boat, I'm just gonna call him up. I'm sure he's gonna want to help the Giants because they were so nice to him.
He might if Dave goes.
Have Riley drive the boat. Yeah, that would sink it. That would sink it. He would shank it off the pier. Jarvis Landry owns the boat. I think people are just being facetious. I don't think Jarvis Landry owns the boat. I'm not sure. What does ECK support says? He says lol. All right, so we've come to the conclusion, Dom, that the boat theory is not going to work for some unknown reason.
And no holes in that plan, which is lucky because there won't be holes in the boat.
There's no holes in that plan, dude. It's like the perfect plan. It's like a Batman plan. It's perfect. We could do this, but you just don't want to get to jail. I don't want to go to jail.
I don't want to wear tights.
I don't want to get I don't want to go to federal prison. I'm down.
I'm actually now Googling to see if I can find out who owns a boat.
All serious now, Dom.
I am. I'm Googling it.
I know you are, but I still need to talk Giants. I know ECK has got an idea. We know this team is like Not going anywhere for a while, in my opinion. I said 2025. When do you think that this team may reach a direction where they might not become relevant, but just be semi? I'm not even going for good. I'm going for semi okay.
So I think next year's a write-off, regardless of what we do in the off-season. But it's impossible to say what we're going to do when we're going to be good, because we don't know what this off-season looks like. I think if we're keeping Judge, then I think 2025 is looking optimistic. But yeah, I think 24 would be the earliest we I think start to saying next year's a write-off. 23, you're probably looking at 7, 8 wins. Then after that, I mean, you're still in lottery land at this point, predicting the future. But 24 would be our first shot at a playoff. But I think 25 feels about right.
Here's a good
and I think we have to accept that we need to go into full rebuild, and with the cap situation, it's going to be painful next year.
Here's a good question by Jay. This is actually a really good question because we're not even done with this season. How many wins next year, Dom? If you're looking into the Dom Magic 8 Ball.
Under Judge, less than this year. Under a new coach, then I could see us going to 6 or 7 wins. Because I think this team have given up on Judge, and a new, more competent coach would probably get a couple of extra wins out of us. But 6, maybe 7, if we got lucky, would probably be the top end of what we can achieve. But I think it'll be less under Joe Judge.
We have 2 games left this season.
Oh, we're not winning either.
Okay, we answered that question. Way to ruin the buildup. That's the new thing is way to dom the buildup. So you're not winning.
I torpedoed it.
You torpedoed it like the boat that we can't find.
Yeah.
So we're not winning in Chicago.
No.
And we are losing at home to Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, does anyone see it differently? I mean, how do we win either of those 2 games? I mean, both teams aren't great, but how do we win either of those 2 games when you look at how we're playing right now? Seriously.
I have a theory.
Does it involve a boat?
We hijacked the bus. You disguise yourself as the bus driver, and you drive them to Yankee Stadium instead of MetLife. That's 1 win.
Do I have to keep it under 50?
No. You gotta keep it like 45. I know it's a speed reference, but no. You have to do the speed limit. 65 here. I don't want you getting a ticket.
Yeah, so for under 50, I'll be fine.
No. You get tickets for going under the speed limit here too,
Do you?
Yeah. I forgot what it's referred to as. Oh, an old lady slow driver. That's what I refer to it as. I know you want Willis, but do you think the Giants will draft him? No, I don't think the Giants will draft Willis. I don't think so. Why not? Because they're stupid. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think they will. I think we will well with Jones next year. I think that's unless he retires injured or something like that. But why would not New York? Why would a new GM not take Willis or a quarterback?
Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. It's not racism. It's not the fact that the Giants won't draft a black quarterback. It's not anything in regards to that. It's quite stupid. It's quite simple. The Giants are stupid. They don't understand. They need a 21st century quarterback. They need a guy who can move in the pocket. They need a guy with some fluidity. They want a guy that needs a big arm and can look down the field and make the throws while he's moving in the pocket. You need someone with a little bit of speed. You need someone with some acceleration. You need a quarterback that can run like a running back at times and hold on to the ball and not be injured by falling down because you don't know how to slide. That's what you need. But the Giants like these Kenny Pickett's. They like this statuesque quarterback who's going to stand in the pocket and look down the field. That's a good way to get your guy wrecked.
Yeah,
that's why they're unless they go a totally different direction in reference to a general manager, we're going to be stuck with the same type of quarterback that we have seen since Phil Simms back in the 80s. Truth.
I think I'm inclined to agree with you there in terms of that. I don't see them looking to draft someone that can move in the pocket and get down the slide. You know, I think if you had, even if you had, say, Lamar or Mahomes available to come to us, I don't think we'd take him because it doesn't suit the way that we think a quarterback should be. You know, don't get me wrong. I don't think either of those two are coming, but I think you're right. We are stuck. We're a organization steeped in history, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But history teaches you that if you stand still, you essentially go backwards, and we're not. That's a lesson we're not learning.
That's good.
I know it's my one value add, and 35 minutes in, we're going good.
I'm going to steal that. Dom made me look bad, so he's internet collapsed. He's off the show now. Don't make me look bad. You're going to timeout. How do you guys feel about drafting a center, Linderbaum, in the top 10? I don't draft a center in the top 10. People talk about you don't take a running back with the second overall pick. You don't take a center at the 5th or 6th pick. And I'm not making fun of Evan Ingram outside of your talent, but you don't. I mean, what do you feel about that, Dahmer?
So people were asking about this last week. So I did a little bit looking into it this week because with not having access to the college game so much over here, it's difficult for me to sort of evaluate and look. But look, Linderbaum looks like a really, really top guy. But I agree with you. I think you can get good centers later in the draft, and you don't take it there. If I'm taking offensive line, you're looking at taking, you know, the tackles, any of the tackles,
right.
Rather than that. And I think we're going to need them because Nate Solder clearly isn't it. Matt Pert, whether you keep him as a swing tackle or not, that ACL is going to be touch and go for next year. So.
And I feel bad for Matt, but he was a swing tackle last weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was a revolving door of swing tackles.
It was a revolving door of tackle, but this is a great question because people always ask me about this question. How do you feel about Cincinnati's Desmond Riddler, but not in the first round? This was a good question because I get this question a lot because a lot of people compare him to Malik Willis. First of all, I would love to have the Riddler because then I'd be doing this. I'm Batman. I'd be doing that all day long on my streams. Oh no, it's the Riddler. I'm Batman. I mean, it would just flow. I like the Riddler. I would, if they don't take Malik Willis in the first round and they go, and I think the Riddler might go later half of the first round, early part of the second round. I like his ability, but I've said this before, and I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but I think Malik just has an it factor. Malik, when he steps onto the field, you know that he is the talent above the talent on the field on his team. And I've said this before, if you go to a small school, you need to step on the field and show you are two levels better than anyone else on your team. And he does that. And Malik does that. And he has kind of, like I said, there's just something there, in my opinion. But that's why, and like I said, I'm not against taking the Riddler because we all know why. I'm Batman. I would be doing that all day long. That's what she said. But it's Malik Willis or bust. And I know you don't follow a lot of the college game, Dom.
I was going to say, I mean, I've not seen him play, but I think when you talk about the it factor, I think that's a really good point you make there. That when you're stepping up, generally speaking, as a quarterback, you're not going into a team in a great situation. So you have to play above the talents around you if you're going to win games. Trevor Lawrence is the big thing, right, in the draft this year. How's he got on in Jacksonville?
Right.
Not great. Mac Jones, you know, no one was hiring him.
Winning games falling off the bus in Mac Jones. Right now, that's falling. That's the wheels are falling off the bus on Mac Jones. Right
yeah. I mean, I think our take on him is and many others, to be fair, it will be proved right with Mac Jones. You know, but it matters with the situation. But generally speaking, you're going into a bad situation unless you're a second round quarterback pick. But the other point I was going to make here is Jalen Hurts. Why is he doing well in Philadelphia? I mean, he's got a couple of people he can throw at. But what he does seem to have something about him, a personality about him that makes people want to play for him.
He's got an it factor that rallies his troops.
I'm not necessarily the best talent in the world, but he has something around him, and that, I think, elevates his talent.
Well, you know what? Just some people have been asking.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
The Milwaukee Express is running down the line. I love this comment by Saeed because it basically sums it up for the last like 15 years. Giant fans are going to say none of these quarterback prospects impresses me every season. That's true. You know, and it's funny because, and it's always like it's the one that got away. Well, we needed Patrick Mahomes. We should have drafted him. Well, we didn't know Patrick Mahomes was going to be Patrick Mahomes. We could have taken Lamar Jackson. I want to take Lamar Jackson second round that year, but we didn't know Lamar Jackson was going to be Lamar Jackson. We should take Daniel Jones. Well, nobody said that. So
I can think of one person that did.
Who? Dave Gettleman?
Gettleman.
What is your theory that wasn't a Gettleman pick, that was a Shermer pick with Daniel Jones? We're a little conspiracy theory here. Like all of a sudden, you know, it's conspiracy theory. Like all of a sudden, all the boats in the dock in Miami catch on fire. There's a conspiracy theory about that. What do you think about the theory that was Dave Gettleman's, not his pick, but it was Shermer's pick?
Sorry, just going to check out the window quickly just to make sure I haven't got the armed police outside waiting. Just think. No, we're fine. We're good.
I've already called it on you.
Yeah. Look, I think. No, I don't think it was a Pat Shermer pick per se. I could see Shermer having sort of argued that should be the pick because I think I could see how he would fit the way Shermer wanted to run the offense, etc. But no, I think ultimately, whether it is or isn't, Gettleman is the man accountable for the pick and responsible for the pick. So no, I'm not buying it. And secondly, you know, he's a GM. He should be saying, no, it's not the one I want to do. And I'm going to live and die by this as much as you, if not more so when it comes to the draft picks. So no, I no dice for me. And certainly it's not an excuse if it was.
If the Giants get Wills, we could change the scheme to something similar to the Ravens with the RPO. And it could surprise defenses that will help the team on offense. I agree. And you could say that about Riddler. You can say that about a couple quarterbacks coming out of this draft. I agree. You have to get away from the things that aren't working. I mean, Kitchens was going to come in and he was going to remodel the kitchen and make the offense so much better. He was going to add all this panache, all this flair. How did it get worse?
In fairness to Kitchens, and I have a serious
point. In fairness to Kitchens.
I have a serious one. We have added flares. They're the ones that you send up when the boat's sinking to attract attention.
You got boats on the mind today. You know what's funny? Boats and sinking. You got boats on the mind, Big Tom. I don't know about you.
I'll be on the first 747. But also, I mean, look, seriously, did anyone expect the offense to really ramp up under Kitchens? What's he going to do? Design a whole new playbook from scratch?
But the whole problem with Jason Garrett, what people said, it was the fact that it was the continuity and the interesting plays that he ran at certain times and how it looked a little strange, some of the plays that he would call. I mean, you know, it's scary. Some people are wishing that Jason Garrett was back because Jason Garrett has put together some wonderful game plans. He had put together some plans that were, I mean, at times, you know, they may look strange, but they produced results, except a lot of it was execution on the player side, which I blame Joe Judge.
Right now, the only person out of the Jason Garrett firing that's coming out smelling of roses is arguably Jason Garrett.
Right. Jason Garrett looks like a genius. Mr. Jackson says, hey, Tim, I haven't gotten notifications from you lately. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. I don't know what's going on with that. Someone else told me that they haven't been getting notifications when my videos come out. I will try to make sure, and you are part of the OG Online Club. So what I will do is I will put you on my list, and when a video comes out, I will make sure you get the notification. Some people have told me that before.
The only other thing I did was when it happened.
I think we're just going to leave it like that for Dom. I think Dom is frozen. He's back in time. We're going to remove Dom until he comes back. Let me double check. We're having some wonky internet connection here today. I don't think it's me, and I don't know if it's the Dom, but let me double check my speed test here. No, my speed's good. It's not. Oh, wait, maybe it is me. I don't know what's going on here. We're getting text messages saying that our internet's blowing up today. Internet is wonky, but your picture is good quality, but bad quality in the picture. I don't know what's going on with the internet. We lost the Dahmer. He's frozen. He's going to need to restart. We lost Dom. Did we really lose him? No, he's gone. Dom is gone. Dom is gone. Oh my God, Dom is gone. For all those out there, yes, I ratted on Dom and I dropped dime on him. And the authorities just picked him up. Just want to throw that out there. Do we keep Hernandez? No. We do not keep Will Hernandez. We take Will Hernandez and we throw him out with the trash. Because Will Hernandez is trash. He's been there 4 years now and has not shown anything worthy of his second round pick. He's not shown anything worthy in reference to talent. It's just terrible. Oh no, what is this? Tim, I love you now. Just wanted to push you over. My favorite giant YouTubers. Keep up the great content. Thank you, Don. I really appreciate that. I appreciate when people enjoy the program. I love you now. Used to want to push you over. You're my favorite giant. Oh, okay. Well, you know what's funny, and I appreciate that, Dom. I really do. It's there's a lot of giant YouTubers out there, and there's a lot of content out there, and I appreciate everyone that watches. I appreciate everyone that says they hate me and watch. I think that's awesome. And Don, I'm glad you enjoy the show, and hopefully you'll continue to enjoy the show because we're not going anywhere. We're going to be around for a little while. But it's all good. But I do appreciate the money. Of course, all super chats go to Philadelphia Children's Hospital. I was not serious about buying the boat. Poor Dom. I don't know what happened to Dom. Oh, no. James is in the house, so it's all good. We lost Dom. Call a timeout. We got to look at the tape. What's up, Room? What's up, Tim? What's up, James? How are you doing today? Hope your day is going well. Hope you had a good day at work. Hope you got off early. Looking at the tape. I got to look at the tape and see what happened to Dom. Oh, Dom's coming back. Wait, he's coming back. I think he's coming back. I see the screen, but I don't see Dom. Oh, no. According to report, John Mara thinks Daniel Jones will become a top 5 quarterback after getting offensive help lineup. Yeah, if we get a wide receiver, and if he has a running back. John Mara's an idiot. John Mara's an idiot. And I've said it before. John Mara's just as much as an idiot as Dom. Oh, Dom, sorry. I didn't see you there. Dom, are you back? Dom, are you back?
Hopefully.
You hopefully. Oh my goodness. We're all upset that you were gone. What do you think of drafting a safety in the top 10? I heard the top safety, Hamilton, is gifted.
He might be gifted, but I don't see why you would.
No, not with Xavier McKinney. Yeah, I wouldn't go with I wouldn't go with the safety right now. What a fanboy seems. What other stats will Jones fanboy reach for? Total rushing yards every year on the first week of December. Oh wait, he probably hurt himself by then. You know, like I've said it before, statistics are interesting because 94% of the people will tell you that 50% of the people at any point in time at 25% at any level can tell you statistics mean nothing and they can make themselves feel that whatever they want them to be. 49% of the people say that. Will Hernandez is trash.
He's lost 2 people.
What's that?
Did you ask 2 people? Were they Mara and Mara's 49% of people?
I don't know what's going on with Dom today. Dom, are you there?
Yeah.
Dom?
I can hear you.
Oh, guys, I don't think we can hear Dom. Dom. Wave if you can hear us. Wave if you can hear us. Now touch your nose. Oh, it never gets old.
I know.
It's like picking on a 4-year-old sometimes. It's just not sporting anymore. I mean,
every single time. I never know whether you're being serious or not.
Welcome back.
Know by now.
You should know by now. Jones is cooked. Evan Ingram to the rescue. Oh, I gotta laugh, Tom, because this is funny. I saw this on Twitter, and you might have seen it on Twitter too. And people were serious about running. Yeah, you should. About so do I. About playing Kadarius, running the Wildcat, and playing Kadarius Toney at quarterback. all next week against the Bears. People were serious. People were serious. What are your thoughts?
I mean, no.
Okay, we're gonna end the show on that.
No. Look, Kadarius Toney should try and catch a touchdown. I mean, admittedly, someone's got to throw him a decent pass, but no. Let's try and do the basics well. Let's not try and do stupid things.
They do the basics great. They get off the bus. They get on the bus. They get dressed. I mean, they show up they know where the field is.
Some of them get dressed and don't even take the field.
Isaiah Wilson, man, that's oh my God. And everyone gets hurt. He still doesn't get on the field. That's David Sills, man. David Sills, Victor Cruz 3.0. We are missing the stand and screws. Oh, that's not good. Oh my goodness.
Was that the excuse for why we couldn't hear the play calls this week?
That was the excuse why we couldn't hear the play calls this week. That's the excuse. Oh my God. I do not want Dorsey. I don't want Dorsey either. No, oh my God. I don't want Dorsey either. But this is a good question. Would you trade top two picks for Hutchinson?
No.
Okay. I wouldn't either.
No, nothing against Hutchinson, but we've too many holes. So if you're the 49ers, where they had the number 2 pick and took Bosa, that was a really good team. But let's say they had the number 8 pick and traded up for the number 2 to take Bosa. I could see that they were in good shape. Right. We're not in that shape. No, if anything, we should be trading back, not up.
I agree. Does Tish have any say, or is it all Mara? Well, Tish Mara owns the team technically. Mara owns 51% of the organization. So while Tish has input, it's going to be the final decision of Mara. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is in business. Yeah. There you go. 51%. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is in business. Clueless fans have zero understanding of how football and lives are useless stats, and Madden Tony as a quarterback is absurd, defending Daniel Jones and Leonard Williams. I think the funny thing to me about Tony is this, and I said this before. I called this out even after his big game in Dallas. And I said, what's going to happen is he's going to get the ball in these situations. He cannot run patterns well. He's not disciplined enough. And he's going to try to juke his way and move his way around and start moving that way. And the problem is teams are just going to stay, safeties and corners are just going to park in front of him and let him do his moves and do his jukes and wait for the cavalry to show up. And that's what's been happening after the big game in Dallas, besides him getting hurt. You just park in front of it. And they teach you this in college. They teach you in high school. You park in front of the guy. You don't let him get around you. You let him do all of his moves, and you wait for the cavalry. And that's what's been happening. That's why you need to be a disciplined route runner in the NFL. You can't just be a guy that catches the ball and does all this little. Because while you're doing that, I got the free safety roaming in from 20 yards away. Head of steam, going to lay you out.
Yeah, I mean, spot on. It's the same. Look, I didn't play American football, but I played, what you guys would call soccer. And when you had that tricky winger doing that, you just stood him up and waited for someone else to come across and just close the space when there was nowhere left for him to go. That's all you did. And it's the same here. And you might, even after you get film, you might get away with that 1 in 5, 6 times. You might manage to juke your way past quick enough because they've not quite been in the right position, or they thought you're going one way and you have gone the other. But you won't get away with it for long if you do.
You could do it on punts and kickoffs. You could do it on that. But as a skilled position player, you're not going to have longevity doing that. You're not. Did Entertainer start the Kadarius Toney thing? I don't know. It was all over Twitter. It was all over Twitter after the game. Would make sense if it did, because it was a stupid thing to say. Tim, exactly what I said. Cut Tony. I don't think we should cut Tony. I don't think we should cut Tony now. I don't think we should cut him now. I think he serves a purpose. I think he can be a punt returner. I think he can, if he can become more disciplined in his route running, I think he can be part of something. But until he puts in the effort, and one of the biggest problems with Kadarius Toney is going back to the beginning of the season, even in training camp, he didn't get on the field because he wasn't putting in the effort with the playbook and everything else. That's what, and even our special teams guy coach said, I don't want him returning punts. He's supposed to be this electrifying punt return and kick return. He's not returning punts. It's not like Cooper Farrow is someone like, ooh, we got Cooper Farrow back there. He's like Devin Hester. No. I mean, there's a problem there. That's just
I mean, you make it to the NFL and can't be bothered to, and I'm not saying he hasn't learned the playbook now, but if you're not prepared to make put the effort in, you either need to be damn special, like, you know, the elite of the elite, which I don't think Tony is, or you put that work in, you know. And with this team where it is now, and you're 14 games in or whatever, 14, 15 games in, I'm trying to forget how bad we are, 15 games, but and you still haven't caught a touchdown and your wide receivers taken in the first round. Come on, you've got to start looking at yourself. It's not all on the quarterback. You know?
No, it's not. It's truly not. Since when did Lorenzo Carter join the team? Is he in a contract year? He's in a contract year. Lorenzo Carter's not going to be back on the team. He's playing, and I've said this before, and I said this about Daniel Jones. Same thing with Lorenzo Carter. He's a player of moments. He has a moment here. He has a moment. He has Farrell Cooper. Yes, he has a moment there, but there's no consistency. There's no longevity. He just has moments, and you can't live in the NFL just being a player of moments. You have to have some kind of things going on. You know, it's through the longevity of your career. Tony equals Tavon Austin. I agree. Tavon Austin was taken by the Rams years ago. I believe they traded up to get him. And he was a guy coming out of college that was going to be a jack of all trades. He was going to return punts. He was going to return kicks. He was going to be in the Wildcat. He was going to throw the ball. He was going to catch the ball. Yeah, he went to Dallas and he's out of the league. So, I mean, I agree with that. Let's see here. Why is it when we draft lower wide round receivers, they always develop brick hands when they join the team? I mean, Dom, I just think that's, you know, I think that's just the luck of the draw. I don't think I think they've always had them.
You know, I think there's something in there about when you draft any player, there's a bit of luck involved. You know, maybe there's some coaching things there. You know, do I think? I know it's not a wide receiver; it's a tight end, but I think Evan Ingram is a better player than he's shown on the Giants. I'm not saying he's an All-Pro. I'm not saying he's one of the best tight ends in the league, but I think he's better than the Giants are showing. And I think, you know, suddenly you're looking at Slayton dropping almost anything that comes his way, etc., etc. You've got to wonder: is it the play calling? Is it the throws that are going in? Is it the coaching? I don't know, but I don't think it's just totally the wide receivers either. But it does seem to be going that way with us at the moment. Anything that comes our way, we seem to drop or miss our assignment or whatever it is, depending on the position. Just is where it is at the moment.
I keep seeing Giant fans saying we need to apologize to Dan Jones because he's better than Glennon and Fromm. I can't take it anymore.
I would hope Jones is better than both of those two. He was a first-round pick, and he was our starting quarterback. You know, but yeah, I'm not apologising to the man. He got injured. We had to do something.
Oh my god. What is this? Tony,
I know you're not advocating that we should apologise. By the way,
I'm not apologizing to anybody. I don't even apologize.
No,
to
you. I meant
insult you daily. I insult Dom daily, and I don't apologize to him. Why am I going to apologize to anyone else?
No, I meant the person that put it in the chat, right? I mean, you know, I get that, you know, it's ridiculous, and it is ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, we're not insulting him in the chat. I mean, I think it was the funny thing the other day when I asked you if you were in a tree making cookies. I forgot why.
Because you made Yoda cookies, and I said, "Did you just knock the head off the angel cookie thing?"
That's cookie cutter. And then I asked you if you were in a tree making cookies. Tony should be used like Tyreek Hill. The only problem is I don't think Tony has Tyreek Hill's talent. And Tyreek Hill is while I would not say that Tyreek Hill is an undisciplined route runner, He's a lot more. He is not as poor of a route runner as Kadarius Toney is, and Tyreek Hill knows how to use his speed to get open and find the hole in the defenses. Kadarius Toney if you watch Kadarius Toney, most of his passes seem to be like 6-7 yards. You don't see him hauling in any deep shots. You don't see Devontae Smith type catches. You see him trying to, taking a 6-yard out and trying to turn it into 30 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. Well, thank you. I knew I was right. I'm just trying to make you look good. Isn't Malik Willis a second-round prospect? No. Malik Willis, by most scouts, have him going in the top 15. Going no further than Denver.
Yeah, and climbing draft boards.
And climbing draft boards everywhere. I mean, there's been many draft boards that actually have him go on the Giants recently. Everyone's on the Malik Willis train.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Jump on board like Mark Stewart just did. He became a new member of OG Online Big Blue, the paid member service. It's a big $1.99 because I couldn't make it free. I'm starting to actually on that service, just to let everyone know. I figured it out finally. I'm giving members either about a 2-hour early preview of anything that I launch because I always launch my videos between 10:45 and 11:30. So what I've been doing is I'm going to try to push them out to members at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So you get an early preview of the videos. And of course you also get my other thoughts on the video, on other things, which I will, I need to do a video today. I meant to do one last week, but it was Christmas, but I'll do another video today. And these are videos that, of course, that are not present on the regular Twitter sphere or YouTube sphere. So Mark, I appreciate you joining. Thank you, my friend. Hope you enjoy the I don't want to say honesty, because I think I'm fairly honest, Dom. But Dom, you're a member. Am I honest or am I more honest in the online members?
I think you remain true to form. I think you give your honest view, and I think that right or wrong, and annoyingly you're right quite often. You've got to respect that, right? It's what I've said before. It's what we like about sports is that there are different opinions out there, and that's always a good thing. But annoyingly, you're right a bit too often.
And you know what?
But it's very good. By the way, I do enjoy some of that content that only goes out.
Some of the content? You don't enjoy all the content?
No, some of the extra content. Sorry, I should say it just goes out on that makes it definitely worthwhile. So I would.
So since Dom doesn't enjoy my content, we are making Dom sit in timeout until he comes back and enjoys all my content. Because if you don't enjoy my content, there's no sense of being here, Dom. Okay, have you now decided to enjoy all the content?
There I was promoting your channel, promoting your membership, and what you do? Put me on the naughty step.
You're boring me. That was boring me again. You're back.
Oh, sorry, I'm here now. Sorry.
You know what the worst thing is? We just do this regularly. We don't even need a show to do this. I call when I'm chatting with Dom during the week, I call this Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Leonard Williams, aka King of the Almost Suck, has averaged about 3 coverage tackles. Yeah, he did on Sunday. You're right. Ran straight at him, so he turned in place and grabbed him. He is a useless player. I don't think Leonard Williams is useless. I don't think he's useless. I think he's worth $11 million, but I don't think he's useless. What about you, Dom?
Yeah, I was very, very clear on this at the time. You don't give Williams a contract he wanted. You don't go anywhere near that money at all. If he's not prepared to take the deal that we want that is the right deal for the Giants, is what we should have valued him at, not we did, then you do that. But I think the Giants ran scared and said he's just had a career season. We can't let him go out on the open market.
This time I'm not. I think something just ate Dom.
Is it me or you now?
No, I think that's you, Dom, because you froze.
I think this might be you.
No, I'm running at 100 and I'm running at 120%. I'm running at 120 megs. Now you're back.
No, I
Now
think it was
you're-
me. Yeah,
It was
no,
you.
I've just seen it was me. But yeah, I
Okay.
think the Giants bottled it with the Williams decision. They just said they couldn't risk going out on him going out on the open market and balling out, so they paid him what he wanted, and they shouldn't have. Simple as that.
DJ is bad. Just because he's better than a backup doesn't make him less bad. That sums it up. I mean, does just because you have players playing ahead of you that are worse doesn't make you less worse. It doesn't make you less bad.
You do know that's how I played for like 15 years, right? Just slightly better than anyone else.
I'm slightly better than the worst player.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel's not been great, right? No question about it. But
honestly, and I think to Mr. Jackson's point, you Giant fans are comparing the ineptitude of Mike Glennon and Jake Fromm and saying, well, that doesn't make Daniel Jones look as bad. Daniel Jones is still bad. Just because there's players that are worse than him doesn't make him less bad. I agree with that. I mean, I literally agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. And I think the other thing here is that you then got to look at the roster building that says, okay, we have an injury-prone quarterback, and he is injury-prone, and we had a backup.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm just reading some of the comments. I'm trying to read ahead of time. But the only reason Tony can't show downfield is because the quarterback's not looking down the field, just like the other wide receivers can't show downfield because their play of the quarterback play. Yeah, you're right. Our quarterbacks don't look downfield. I agree with that. Kurt Warner agrees with me too.
The only thing you give Mike Glennon some credit for was he was looking to go downfield at times.
I will give that is the one besides him being able to find the stadium and get dressed. I will give that to Mike Glennon that he did look downfield.
In fairness, his go gadget neck does give him an advantage over the other two, but
you're so mean. You're so mean. Making fun of his physical deficiencies. That's not nice. That's like telling someone they work and live in a tree. Oh my God. You're just so mean.
Holes under trees. We don't live in the tree. Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I watched Chris too, but that was uncalled for. I don't know what happened.
I
didn't catch. Zach, post what catch because I don't know what you guys are talking about. Someone was trying to troll the last stream on Sunday and says that Chris is gonna find you in the stadium and beat you up. And I laughed about that. And I was like, I don't think he said that. I don't think he would say that. I give him credit. I don't think he would say that. I ran into someone the New England game, the preseason game, a subscriber. And it was funny because he goes, wow, you're a lot bigger than I thought. It's like I told you people, I'm not small. I'm not a small man. He was just like, wow, I can see that you play football.
I, however, am small.
You are small. Dom could fit in a tree. Most people don't know. Most people don't know this. Dom used to live in a boot or a shoe.
This is a true story, by the way. Not the shoe part. Not the shoe part. Not the shoe part. We once went out onto the field, like, full kit on. And the referee, they had me in the kit bag, and they dropped me down in my position and left me there. And the referee was counting up. He goes, guys, you've only got 10. Do you want to use one of your subs to start the game? Oh, no, it's just Frodo. He's in the kit bag. And they unzipped it, and out I came, full kit, threw the kit bag off to the side. We started. Genuinely true story.
I don't know if I would tell that story. That's a good story, though. That is a good story, though. I like this story. I like this one because I know he's being sarcastic. Kurt Warner can't give real opinions. He isn't in the NFL anymore. I love Mr.
Well,
Jackson. I love Mr. Jackson. He cracks me up. This is the only chat channel that keeps it real about Daniel Jones. And you know what, James? And you know this, James. We're not bashing Daniel Jones. We wish we could be a bad NFL quarterback. We aspire to be a bad NFL quarterback. Right?
I'll take a first string.
Yeah,
quarterback.
I'll take practice squad. But the thing is, we're not going to sit here. You don't want practice squad, John. You want at least third string.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You got to have standards.
Yeah, I don't have standards. I hang out with you. I don't have any standards.
Yeah.
They went out the freaking window. They went out the freaking window the first day you called me and I picked up. Oh, but I would take practice squad. So we're not bashing him to the point that we're saying that he is like the worst player in the history of the league or the worst quarterback in the history of the Giants. It's just, it's been 3 years. How many more years, Dom, do we have to wait for him not to be a bad quarterback?
At least one.
At least one more.
Look, the thing is, though, look, there have been. Look, we simplified the game for him, and we're still not getting results. Right?
Right.
We designed an offense to limit his mistakes, and we've turned the ball over less.
Right.
That is true, but that isn't necessarily because he's seeing the field better and isn't making those dumb throws anymore. He still makes those dumb throws, and we've seen it a few. He should have had, and this is true of most quarterbacks. He should have had more picks this year than he's had.
Yes,
because he made dumb throws, and they were like they were so dumb that the player was like, "Jesus, thrown to me!" And but.
They were so dumb it made him look smart.
We simplified it for him, and we're still not getting results. And I think, in fairness to most Giant, to a lot of Giants fans, they see that and get that. What they do, and look, the same for us. We hope he's going to be the right answer for us, because if he is, we're a lot closer to being good. But he's not. And I think people are giving him the benefit of the doubt and time, and I don't think that's a bad thing, and I don't think we should bash people for giving Jones time. But the time has come now for him to either be moved on now, or for us to say, hey, we don't like any quarterback prospects this year. We are going to roll with you for one more year. You've got one more shot, but that's because we don't think we've got the right person to replace him. And I'm in that camp. I haven't seen enough of them, but I'm in the camp where I wouldn't mind. I would mind, obviously, but I would be okay with rolling with Jones for one more year, because we don't think that the right pick is there for us in the draft this year, and therefore we pick other pieces around to fix other holes on the team, and then we look again next year. But that doesn't mean that Jones is the answer, and that's probably what I would do if I was a GM of the Giants. And you can't go in a scenario and say Jones isn't my guy. But
Dom, do you have your headset? Do you have your headset off?
No.
You don't have your head. Do you have your earplugs on?
No, I can get them on.
Yeah, because I'm getting feedback from your speakers.
Yeah, I got it a little bit then, but I put them on. But yeah, but that's how I would see it. But no, and obviously in that scenario, no GM comes out and says Jones isn't my guy. I just couldn't find anyone better. But you can be thinking it.
Of course you can think it. Anything you want. Put your headphones on. I'm tired of hearing me twice. I know I'm also
bad enough hearing me. Well,
it's bad enough hearing me one time. I don't hear me I don't hear me 2 times. Even though the Giants have been trash, I thought they would have tried to play upset and upbeat the Eagles. So did I. Too much to ask for, I guess. I thought they quit on Sunday. I thought they quit in the third quarter. Personally, they had, even the announcers admit they had this defeatist look on their faces when they were playing in the third quarter.
I think the coaching staff did too.
I think the coaching staff did too as well. All right, what is this accent? We are talking about the Chris situation. What is the Chris situation? I'm the only one that doesn't know what the Chris situation is. All right, because you're a baller now. Yeah, of course I am. Of course I'm a baller now. I'm a baller, shot caller, 24-inch rims on the Impala. Oh, my God. Let's see here. Daniel Jones would be a quality backup. I agree.
Yeah. My view on him, he's a low end bridge quarterback / that's where his level is. And you know what? That puts him in the top 50 quarterbacks in the country.
Would that make him, in your regards, from Middle Earth, a low end troll quarterback under the bridge? That where trolls go, right?
I'm not even going to school you on this.
School me on it, man. I don't know anything about Middle Earth.
Clearly. Next question.
I love it because my wife loves the Lord of the Ring movies. She used to watch them. And
I thought I was pretty good in them, to be fair.
You were. You were. Like when you play foosball, your position is called left out.
Actually, that is a joke about that position that I did play. Was it left back? Was that left back in the changing room? And
I like
quite
that one.
often, my teammates wished I had been.
I like that one. I like that one. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Because there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're welcome. Or is that 5? I just threw an extra welcome in for you.
We're doing well on the math again, aren't we?
Yes. I'll tell you something offline because I bought a TV today. And I saved like 50% on the TV. And then I was doing the math. I probably saved more. I wasn't smart. I wasn't smart enough to do the math in the store. I almost called you like I did at the butcher shop. I almost reached out and called Dom. Dom, I need some math help here. If this TV is 60% off, what should the price be?
I'm good at that sort of thing. I'd have been fine.
What is this going on with Zach? John Mooney. Yeah, but Chris has a problem with Tim, but Tim doesn't care. No, I don't care. I've told people. People don't bother me. It's all good. I hang out with Dom, man. I can hang out with Dom. I can hang out with everybody and anybody. My thing is this, and I said this before, and I'm not saying anything bad about him, but OGR Sports, him and I had a problem. I don't remember what the problem was, but I remember him and I had a problem for a little bit. And I think someone told me what the problem was. Patched that all up. Didn't even know it was a problem. That's how wonderful I am. I'm like Gandhi.
Oh, good God.
If Gandhi had a temper and a hell of a right cross, I mean, just like Gandhi. You're not buying that? You're not buying the Gandhi thing? You're not buying the Gandhi thing?
Oh, the idea of you wandering around in a sort of toga outfit. Oh, geez.
I wore a toga in college all the time.
No.
I'm not like
do you know what I've heard?
I'm not like Gandhi.
I had some comparisons in my time, but
I am
like
bringing
Gandhi.
the YouTube community, giant YouTube community together because I am Gandhi of that is my new name. I am Gandhi of the giant YouTube community.
Oh, I am genuinely prepared to believe and accept that. You know,
I reach out to people that
you
say
don't hold
things and I bring them in.
You don't hold a grudge and we'll get, what have you, but Gandhi, I'm not buying.
I'm a little upset you don't think I'm Gandhi.
Sure.
I was going Mother Teresa.
But you didn't think you could pull off the habit?
But no. I don't believe you don't think I could be Gandhi.
I mean, I'm not quite sure whether I'm in more trouble for the boat thing or this thing, but
oh my God, I always love the Gandhi thing, man. I told someone once that when I was a couple of years back, I told someone I could be Gandhi. And then they reminded me, weren't you the guy that tried to pull someone out of their car because they cut you off? Like, yeah, because I was going to lay my hands of healing on him. And he was like, Gandhi doesn't heal people. It's like, all right, then I don't know. I don't know who the hell I am.
Oh,
I'm going Mother Teresa.
Sure, you run with that.
Oh my goodness.
Tim as Gandhi, Jesus Christ. If you're Gandhi, then I'm, some really tall dude. That analogy got bad.
You're Wilt Chamberlain. You're Wilt Chamberlain.
Don't know who that is.
Wilt Chamberlain, he was a 6'4" or 6'7". I forget how tall Wilt Chamberlain was. Basketball player. One of the greatest all-time basketball players in the NBA history.
I was going with a basketball player, but I couldn't think of any. I like not even the greats. I just had a complete mind blank.
In your perspective, you would be Posh Spice. My wife loved that one because she's dying upstairs. I can hear the laughter through the online Big Blue Casa.
I'm sure I'd look good in a black dress and pouting.
Did you say black dress and panties?
Pouting.
Oh.
Pouting.
That's like Tom.
I mean, sure.
On your weekends is all good, man. So all good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not putting on a black dress. I don't dress up, let alone like in a Halloween costume or a Christmas costume. I'm not bloody putting on a black dress, but yeah, I'm definitely not Posh Spice, am I?
I like this. I
can sing better as well. Actually, no, that's why I can't be. I can sing.
You could sing and sing.
Yeah.
Then sing.
No, I'm not singing on the live stream. But
Why
nor
not?
could Posh Spice, so maybe I am Posh Spice because I'm pretty sure they just had her lip syncing.
They probably did. I hate he's a nice guy, defensive Daniel Jones. Jeffrey Dahmer was probably nice to if you live next door to him. Oh, well, kind of stumped me on that one.
I mean, I've not heard the nice guy as a defense. I think it means you can feel for the lad, right? And you want him to do well. I've not heard it used as a defense for his play before, but
I've heard it
clearly
used
rubbish. But
I've heard even at the stadium, people saying that, well, he's such a nice guy, he's such a nice kid.
Great, I want him to do well. He's grand,
yeah,
fantastic. But
I
throw the damn ball to the right person.
Yeah, he should go sell insurance if he's such a nice guy. He doesn't mean he's got to be my quarterback, and that's not me being mean. You could be a nice guy, but it doesn't mean I want you as my quarterback. That's all I got to say about that. Manchester United fan here.
Good for you. Enjoyed St. James's Park yesterday. Next,
Dom likes another team. The Arsenal. The Arsenal.
Yep.
Yes, I got it right.
We don't say but I'll give you that.
I like them so much. I call them the Arsenal because they're so awesome.
Yeah, well, that's pushing it, but.
Oh my god! When he called him out for making rebuttal videos, Zach, it's all good, man. It's all good. It was the Victor Cruz thing. What's the Victor Cruz thing? What did I say about Victor Cruz? Dom, you and I know this. I get in trouble, and I don't even know why I'm in trouble. I don't even know why. I don't get it.
I would say thinking before you speak, but on this occasion it might be reading.
I never think before. Oh, did I miss a comment?
I assume so. I've not been reading.
I'm trying to move my camera. Don't mind me. My shoulders are so broad I can't even get them in focus. Just reading about things like where on Discord. Oh yeah, this Discord thing where people bash me on Discord. It's all good. It's all good. Bash me on Discord. I don't give a shit. I don't even know what the fuck Discord is. Is that like the Discord tech? Sorry.
Jesus.
My jokes are bad.
My jokes are bad, but you're taking to whole new levels tonight.
Or as my grandmother used to say, "Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph."
Taking you back, right? Taking you back.
Taking it back. Wind it back. Bring it back. Old school. Discord link. Baby. Discord and porno. Look, I'm Pocket Vice. Tim and Dom. Good. Both well. Project Finance, have yourself a good evening. Button. You have video stream with the hot dog soon with Dom. That would be dynamic. No, Dom can't stay up that late.
Because that would be like Dom 3 in the morning my time.
Yeah, that would be. Oh, it would be 3 in the morning because usually we 9. No, the last couple times we did 10. And if I add that, that's 5 hours. And if I do that math correctly, that would be 6:38 your time.
Or 3 a.m.
Like you know anything. So he does joke judge, rip a practice squad quarterback on the sideline, but does anything he can do. Danielle fumbles because he's stupid. That's my answer for everything now. He's stupid. You know what? I don't know.
I think that might be it.
I mean, honestly, why even pull the kid? You're not going to shatter his hopes and dreams of being an NFL back because that's already shattered. Why pull him from? And for Mike Lennon, I mean, you're going to lose anyway. So what? You're going to lose by 30 instead of 40. Does it really matter, Dom?
No. And
okay.
Look, see what
good answer.
See what he's got still. He didn't play well at all on Sunday, but just give him a chance. See if you've got a backup quarterback there because it ain't Mike Lennon.
What does this mean? Distillation of smog. What does this mean?
It's a dragon that was killed not by a hobbit, but by Bard in
Watch
the
this
Hobbit book.
with a black arrow from his father that never disappeared, no matter how many times he shot it. Oh, snap. He shoots, he scores. I'm a fucking genius.
That's actually accurate.
I know it's accurate because I watched a cartoon Hobbit from like the 70s with Bill Bogan.
I'm not sure about the disappearing thing, but yeah, but that's accurate.
No. He even says before he fires arrow, I've this arrow 1,000 times and you've always come back. And then he shoots the arrow into the little tiny hole into Smaug's chest plate. Oh yeah. I should just end the stream there.
It's if only our quarterback could do the same. I'm not sure if I'm here or not, but you know, that was that.
You froze again.
I'm as far as I'm aware, I'm still here. I've got you frozen.
Or did I freeze everything?
Yeah, I think you froze.
Oh, you're now I hear you. I think we're losing. I think we're dropping the internet again. Yeah, I froze. Let me check. Yeah, that time it was me. I got to double check the internet. Right? My internet's wonky today. I got no internet signal. I don't know how I'm even. Yeah, there we go. Now my internet signal's been wonky. It's you. It's not Dom.
One for. Can
you hear me now, Dom?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I love it though. It's you, not Dom. The thing is going to be it's Dom, not me, because I am going to set you up. Dom, I'm such a good friend.
You're going to turn.
I am such a good friend that I'm going to drop dime on you to the feds. I'm going to turn state's evidence against you. Hey, Kareem, how's it going, my friend? How you doing? It's going good here. Tim, language. Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. I do apologize.
Come from Saeed or from Mrs. Online?
No, it's from Saeed. I'm from a Marine family. What do you expect? I actually think I've toned it down quite a bit. What do you expect? All right, Zachary. Zachary's out. Good night, Zach. Have yourself a good evening. Live well. Live long and prosper. See? Inner geek, man. That's from Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's from Star Wars, man.
It's from the other one, isn't it? It's from the other one. I don't do sci-fi, but I'm sure that's from the other one.
Which other one?
The Star Trek. It's from Star Trek, right?
That's what I said, Star Trek.
Didn't you say Star Wars? I get them mixed up.
I said, Tom, dude, I said Star Trek.
I don't care either way. I don't watch.
Well, good, because I think I did not say Star Trek.
Yeah.
I
say potato, I say potato.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
They got ships that fly in space and shoot things.
And teddy bears with weird stick things.
Again, Tom, what you do in the bedroom. Okay, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't need to know, man.
Just don't know what he's talking about. Just throw that one at him.
Just throw that one at him. I don't know where that teddy bear came from. Tim, say something that would be said in NFL locker room. Oh God, you want to say? I cannot say something that could be said in an NFL locker room. If you want to go someplace that's going to make you make a Marine blush, and people that have been in NFL locker rooms will tell you this: go to an NFL locker room. Because believe it or not, they don't sit there like Dom. Oh no, that punt was blocked the wrong way. We should be okay now. It's all good. No, they don't say stuff like that. Oh, I forgot. I'm what's his name? I'm Dick Van Dyke. Oh my God.
Presumably that's in our playbook now is let's try and block our own punt and see if we can run it in.
They should. I know how we could do this. I know how to stop them from scoring. We'll block our own punt, run it in for safety. This way they only get 2 points. That'll teach them. Oh God, we are so bad.
Now.
You could see
someone's there in the Giants organization going, quick,
write this down.
Write it down.
Run every fourth down into a safety. This way we only lose 12-0 or 12-3 because Graham Gano will get one field goal.
Yeah. Do you know we've not actually put up 10 first half points at all this season? Sorry, more than 10 first half points.
Yeah. I know. I think we're going in. I think we're going in next week. Oh my God! You're going to be on work release from the federal prison. And they're going to let you play next week.
I tell you, I'm taking over from Riley Dixon because I genuinely can't do worse.
You really couldn't. I don't think you could.
Can we get our 7th round pick and our player back from the Panthers after we traded whatever his name is, Sakosos or whatever his name? Can we get that back?
No, you can't do that. Do you think Kitchens will be back next year?
Nope. Certainly not as the OC. I mean, if he is, then really, honestly, we need to be questioning our life choices.
I like this one by Saeed. Joe Judge and Larkham, I'm going to take a timeout down 100-0, trick them. Because that was my favorite part, down by 24. Eagles 3rd down, getting ready to punt. Oh, timeout. We're going for the 24-point play, guys.
And we're full of an onside kick.
We're going for it.
We follow it up with an onside kick.
Oh my God! Oh, this is a good one. We're taking knee every play and let's run the clock.
Can I just say? Look, I like to try and look on the bright side of things. Whilst we're all up there on the crosses at the end of that great movie, but our 3rd down efficiency was much improved this week, which tells you how bad it's been all year.
Oh my! You know what? If you can't laugh, you're just gonna cry.
Yeah, pretty much.
I heard the Giants had their offensive out to 4th down and quickly snapped in their punt team. Oh, I saw that. It was in the Chargers. They did that. They did that on the Eagles game. They looked like they were going to go for it on 4th down, and then they ran the punt team out. I'm Joe Judge. I'm going to trick them all.
I mean, I can't remember. Did we call the timeout because we weren't ready to punt?
No, we actually punt the ball.
No, I'm joking.
We actually punt the ball. I mean, it's the things that he does though. It's like what he like for a year and a half. He spent every 4th down trying to draw somebody off sides and then call timeout and run the punt. This isn't college.
It's not only that. At this point, do the Chargers overly care what we do with it? They're thinking when we get the ball back, we can get it on the 1 or we can get it on the 41. We're still going in and scoring points.
Honestly, I would be pissed if I was another team, and the head coach is down by 30 of the other team, and he keeps calling timeouts with like 2 minutes left. I'd be pissed because honestly, there's more opportunity for a player to get hurt and injured on a garbage play in a game that's already lost. For Joe, I would be pissed.
It's also the point. What's the point?
That's what I'm saying. There's no point.
Just get off the field and we can all go home. Surely, including Giants fans at that point.
Kitchens is Joe Judge college buddy, so he'll probably be back next year. I don't know about that.
He won't be back as he better not be back as OC. I don't think he'll be back as OC. If Joe Judge is there, he might be part of the coaching staff, but not as OC.
This is a good one. Let Jim Marshall do the Jim Marshall thing and run the wrong way to keep the offense off the field. Jim Marshall, if you're not familiar with that, Dom, played for the Minnesota Vikings, all pro, Hall of Fame defensive end. He I believe it was a fumble he grabbed and he ran the wrong way. And
was this on purpose or?
And thought he scored, and he took the ball and threw it when he got to the end zone.
Jeez.
That was back in the late 60s, early 70s. I remember.
No, I wasn't familiar with that. To be fair, that's great. That's amazing.
If Solder can't go and Matt is on the IR, would you guys like to see Cunningham or Wilson at right tackle? I'm starting.
I mean, oh, geez, that doesn't bear thinking about. I hadn't considered that. Oh, good Lord. I mean, I don't think it really matters.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. What are we going to do now? Saints preserve me.
You've got Irish heritage and you can't do it. It's like Austin Powers in reverse.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, everything is coming down that right side if they're playing. Jesus. I hadn't considered that. That is scary prospect. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter at this point in time. That really doesn't matter. The play that we ran out the punt team, some guy in FAN said Joe Judge was trolling the fan base with the play. I don't think that.
I completely forgotten about this play. I can't recall.
I remember the play, but I don't think.
No, he's probably doing it to try and trick him, man.
Yeah,
he's done it all year in various different ways, right? I mean, we've not succeeded at it, but you know, if at first you don't succeed, try for the 375th time.
Right, and he always tries to trick people. Joe Judge, the other game, wanted to throw a basketball on the field. So we're really tricking. Throw the basketball. Found out that he got a red flag for that, but he threw himself his own red flag.
And Evan Ingram still dropped it.
There you go. Oh yeah, this is Jim. This is the Jim Marston. He's running the wrong way. He thought he scored a touchdown. He scored a safety. I remember that. I didn't see the play, but I remember it. You can go on YouTube and watch it. And he was so happy because, like I said, he scored a touchdown. He throws the ball in the air and he's celebrating. The people are like, "Dude, you scored for the other team." Oh my god! Oh my god! Start Rudolph at right tackle. You might be better at that than a tight end.
Oh, dear me. Why don't we get the guy back from, I forget his name because I'm having a blank, the quarterback who tried out tight end for the Jags preseason. He could have a go.
Tim Tebow?
Yeah, Tebow. Thank you. Yeah, he can have a go. Hey, it's open. Have a go. Come on down.
We didn't address this, and we're going to sign off in a little bit, but we didn't address this. Johnny Manziel is making fun of the Giants. Johnny Manziel, and people did not understand the double entendre that I had out there with my video today about Johnny Manziel, the Giants, and him making fun of the Giants. When Johnny Manziel, one of the worst busts outside of Ryan Leaf in the NFL, is trolling you and your quarterback situation, all freaking hope is lost. Did you see that, Don?
I mean, I saw your video on it earlier. It was like, no, this can't be serious. Quickly checked. It was like, okay, it's accurate.
It's accurate. It's not accurate.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I know. This is the funny thing. I always go, oh. I always do that.
It's just
that should be the new
my way of getting through the. It's my way of trying to get through the day. When you said it earlier, right? And you know, other people have said it as well. You don't think it can get any worse, and then somehow it does.
Oh my god, I love that though, because I just love your response. Oh,
It's so depressing.
What does Jeffrey have to say today? Well, Bumboy quarterback from Duke isn't elevating his players around him. Instead, quarterback makes players fired around him. What a joke. Go at an offensive lineman, hate them as fans as well. That is my say sore. That is my dramatic pause. Just don't disagree.
No, he's not. You know, he doesn't have the ability to. He doesn't have the ability to elevate the players around him.
No, and the good thing about Jeffrey is he's always consistent with his displeasure for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, absolutely fine. I mean, look, you know, I've said it before. I had a really great debate with with Logic's Finest and others at times when I'm not on with you, but in the comments. And I think that's absolutely fine. I think that of anybody, you can have an opinion on the Giants. I don't have.
So Dom is talking to people without me on the show. Dom's in timeout. So next time you talk about things without me, you get put in timeout.
You were live on the air. I wasn't invited on. But yeah,
you're always invited on.
Oh, great! But you know,
just don't show up all the time.
I know. But you was going to say, but yeah, no. But you're exactly right, and you know, people are. I like different people's opinions, and on Daniel Jones, I agree with Jeffrey there. I hoped that wouldn't be right, but it's proved to be.
Why in the world did we let Zeidler walk? He's the best guard in football. Because, Dom, let's all say it. Why did the Giants do it? Because they are
daft.
Stupid.
Daft.
I like stupid.
I like daft.
That sounds like a laundry detergent we have here.
Good for the laundry detergent.
So you're making fun of laundry detergent now?
I'm about to get timed out again, aren't I?
You're about to get in good timeout. Because of the fact
I think he's the best guard in football, by the way, but I think it was a daft decision to let him go.
Because we are stupid. And even Kevin came out and said the Giants never offered to renegotiate my contract.
They can't blame him.
It's the evaluation talent of the Giants that kills me.
It's fine. We got Hernandez. What more do we need?
He's pretty much been our best offensive lineman the last 2 seasons, and we let him walk for nothing because we don't want to renegotiate his contract. And he actually took, if we would have renegotiated his contract, it would be almost the same amount of money he took to go to Baltimore.
We could have Tomlinson and Zeitler for the money we spent on Lawrence. I think not Williams. I think roughly, give or take.
Mara should sell the team. It couldn't get worse. Breaking news: Giants have sold the team majority over Michael Jordan. Dom, you're not a big basketball fan, but Michael Jordan, of course, one of the greatest basketball players. Right? Every time he buys a team or something, they all suck.
I didn't know that. I knew who Michael Jordan was. I'm not a basketball fan, but Mara's not selling the team, and I know you're not saying that. But wouldn't it be great if we got a competent owner, or he just did what his dad did and went, "Hey, look, I'm staying out of the football stuff. Here's some guys that can do it."
Just tired of this quarterback play. Tired of it. It's not all on the offensive line. What explains his decision making in his throws, the offensive line. It's true. It's not. And people are going to be like, "Oh, you're bashing Daniel Jones again." We're not bashing anybody.
It doesn't look beyond the first read. You say it all the time, and you can see it when on the field. And at times, the O-line has given him protection. And the O-line isn't great, but it's not quite as bad as its reputation. It's still, they've given him time to throw at times.
Yep, you're right. Why you got to put Duke Funk on timeout?
Because he's got the power.
He deserved that one. That one he deserved. We're just going to sit here quietly until Dom has learned his lesson. I'm going to get Dom a little chair so he can sit in a little chair, in this little timeout chair.
Only Tim could see me have a fake paddy.
I have to admit, people are like, "Why do you always put Dom in timeout?" Because his initial reactions to him going into timeout is, and I can see it on the little screen, it's hilarious. He's hilarious. If he's not giving me the finger or throwing his head on the ground or going like this. Oh my God, it just makes me laugh. And I love it because people go to me, "Well, this is supposed to be stream," and some people don't get it. People are like, this is a stream for the subscribers and this and that. It's not about making you laugh. Of course it's about making me laugh. Of course, if I find it funny, it's funny. That's a rule. Ask Dom or he's gonna go back in timeout.
Sure, it's a rule. Yep.
There you go. Nobody likes to suck up. Nobody likes to suck up, Dom. Dom, I had to put you in timeout because nobody likes to suck up.
Is that why I went in timeout last time? I was trying to promote your channel and for people to join in membership.
Don't you dare promote my channel. I have too many subscribers as it is. I'm one of the few people that YouTube says, "I don't want any more." Stop. I feel obligated to answering people's questions.
Oh, dear me.
Someone's like, "You hit 7,000." I'm like, "No." Can I go back down to 5?
I'm going to create 5 new profiles on YouTube if I could be bothered and subscribe to everyone. Just put random comments on.
Subscribe.
Hey Tim, what do you think of this latest cockamania idea I've got?
But that's the problem though. I feel because when people leave comments, I feel like I'm obligated to at least read it and somehow respond to it. But now more and more people are showing up.
I'm so gonna do this.
This is shut up. I know you would too. This is like having a party and running out of beer. You don't know what to do. No more. No more. No more. If people could do this, this would be great. Subscribe, watch the video, leave a comment, and then unsubscribe. And do that every time you watch a video. This way I don't have to watch the subscriber count go up anymore. It's maddening, Dom. I literally hit 7,000 the other day. I'm like, "No! Go down! Not that way. Go the other way.
Do a Giants. Do a Giants.
Be a giant. Tank. I'm trying to tank.
We don't even try and tank.
I don't even know how to tank right.
That's right. Let me help you out with that. Hey, Joe. Yeah.
Joe. I am the only one on YouTube that creates success by not wanting it. Go figure that one out. People like go on
Is
YouTube. I want to be successful.
I finally figured out why you invited me on is to try and get rid of your subscribers. Oh, I've cottoned on now.
It took you a year, but you finally figured it out. I thought you were the anti-subscriber.
Yeah, but when you got smarts like me, it'd have taken most people 3 years.
So only took you a year, Dom, to figure it out.
Took
You are the anti-subscriber.
Oh.
Oh my god! But in all seriousness, I do appreciate the people that subscribe, and like I said, I do feel obligated in some ways that I feel like I do need to answer, people's questions, and I know you can't answer everyone's questions, but I do feel freaking shit. I went up 6 more.
I haven't even started.
I went up 423 in less than 6 days. Is there more people I can offend?
Oh, I'm good at that.
You are.
That's why I have you on. Jacksonville, Detroit. Who else did I have a pop at?
Pretty much all the NFL at one point. Oh my goodness gracious! Great balls of fire. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Love the stream. Love the stream because you guys talk about no BS. See, look, I didn't curse. I didn't say bullshit. Well, you, including the Duke of Funk and Bad Dog, are probably the realest giant content creators on YouTube. Oh, Dom. Thank you, USO684. That was a very nice comment. Except for the comment about Dom.
Apart from that, I was going to say.
Because you were including the Duke of Funk, Tom. Oh, it's Tom.
Yep. Don't worry.
Oh, it's right there. It's not Dom. I don't have to ban Dom now. I don't have to ban you. That's great. Guy named Tom.
He's a lovely lad. He's a lovely lad.
Just so you know, Tom will be on next week. We are, and I do want to point this out in all seriousness. We are going to be auditioning for a new troll or hobbit or what other Middle Earth character you may be.
Elf, dwarf.
Do you watch the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah. My son's watching them at the moment.
Watch this. This is my not shocked face. Are they any good?
I'm a geek. I've told you this.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're right. They're fine.
Are there hobbits in that movie?
They're perfectly watchable.
Are there hobbits? I saw one for like a half hour, and the kid was living under the steps.
That's right, yeah.
And I thought to myself, dude, what the hell is he bitching about? He has a nicer apartment than I had for like 15 years. He looks like nicer living conditions than I had.
Oh,
I'm living under the steps. Oh, things are so terrible.
Meals delivered to the door. It's a bit like what will happen to us if we go down and do the boats. Yeah, no, they're perfectly fine. I'm not as into them as other people, but I have them on the bookcase somewhere behind me.
Oh yeah, and the stripper pole's gone, so that's good.
No, the stripper pole's still there.
It is still there. Oh, there it is.
Still there. Yep. I really need to put the top thing round again, but I just can't.
Strippers keep falling over.
I know.
You have secured to the
wall.
It's
going to be a lawsuit, but thankfully Urban's got me covered.
I can see Dom strippers now. Dom forgot to screw to the damn pole again. Judge will call a timeout and an extra point next week. He probably will. Don't put that past him. I'm Joe Judge. What would I do? Greatest head coach the Giants ever had.
Oh dear me. We got a Justin Fields lover as well. I've just seen a comment.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, because we're quite big on Justin Fields.
Don't pull the trigger on. I like Justin Fields. I love Justin Fields. I thought Justin Fields would have been the quarterback.
He's going to kill us on Sunday.
There was an elf. Dobby. There was an elf named Dobby. A relative?
No, he's far too attractive.
I agree. Judge will call a timeout an extra point next week. I already did that one. Boy, I'm getting sloppy. What's up, Mr. Authentic? What's up, fellas? Hope all is well because the Giants ain't. No, the Giants ain't. There's right, there's not right, and then there's the Giants.
Oh, dear.
Kind of a delayed reaction there.
You know what? And the worst thing is that there's no good result for us this week in terms of the NFL draft order as well.
Because if we win, we screw ourselves. And if we lose, we screw ourselves.
And if we tie, we screw ourselves. Because
What
that's
if
not
we
going to help either.
What if we forfeit? No, it's a loss.
Yeah, but the score might be closer.
The score might be. Dude,
And we might put up more points.
We figured because the score is good. We figured out what to do. We figured out, and Mr. Authentic, you can talk about this on your show. Dom and I figured out how the Giants can stay competitive in every single game and potentially have the ability to pull it out. On every fourth down, they run in for a safety. Only giving up 2 points. And don't tell me that's not better than going to Miami, finding the boat and burning down all the docks.
No, that's one up from there.
I think these things.
Oh dear me.
Oh my God, we've gone off the freaking rails again.
What? For all we're terrible, at least we can find some humor in it.
I love it because I love watching
the Brits are good at this.
I love. Well, at least you're good at something. I love watching the people that are online because we go, in the beginning we're like 40, 60, 70, and then we get down to the last hour, it's 27, 10. Because we completely just go. Oh my God. And I oh dear. Oh, Dom doing his Herman Munster.
Oh yeah, look, I like to be polite.
What does LeVar say? Hey Tim, add me in. Let's talk. Okay. How do I do that? How do I invite LeVar?
You're asking me about IT. Don't be daft. I don't know how to do things like that.
Don't be daft. I always love that. Don't be daft. Here, let LeVar in. Hey, LeVar. There you go. Come on down. I got another 8 minutes. The only problem is if LeVar jumps in, does that drop our viewer count even down further?
Probably.
Oh no, just got off the air. My co-host has COVID. Bummer. I'm sorry about that. The beard has COVID. I'm very sorry about that. That's a terrible.
Yeah,
that's not good. Well, hopefully
he's feeling well soon.
Yeah, hopefully he's feeling better. And I won't take it personally. You didn't invite me to be the fill-in co-host. I won't take it personally. Much.
Tom's filling in next week. By the way, that was a very nice comment. It's Dom, but I'm really fine with Tom. It's not a problem.
I like Tom too, man. Fine. Tom is good too.
Get it all the time.
Tom is good, man. Tom, like I said, it can't be. I think Tom is your alias for when you're working in the strip clubs.
No. I've got a better alias than that. So if you type Dom in when I'm signing off an email, it tries to autocorrect to Dim to the point of actually had to put it in as a signature, so it signs off as Dom at the bottom of every email, so I don't have to correct it because I've sent too many emails with Dim at the bottom.
So my question is, what is your alias in the strip club?
Dim.
Well, that's not very good. It should be like Johnny Footlong or something like that.
Johnny Footlong.
Something like that. I mean, come on, Dom.
Makes it sound like I work at Subway.
Oh, anyway, LeVar, hold on. LeVar.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
What about these Giants? What about these Giants?
I'm finding other issues that other fans aren't finding. I'm coming to find out. I see our secondary being the issue next year. Being as though we got guys like James Bradbury, we don't know how his contract and cap situation is going to work out. I'm really losing faith in Logan Ryan as well. Watching him play sometimes, I feel like we need a younger, stronger, taller guy back there. Bring some fear into the backfield. I actually like our edge rushing combo, the combo of Roche and Ojulari. Not saying that we don't need to take an edge in this year's draft because those guys do need help. If you get some more production out of them, a few other guys on the line, see what our roster has before you go drafting unneeded talent or unneeded players, I should say.
Oh, you know what the thing is, the secondary, and I've said this before, and I think I've talked to Dom about this. Well, James Bradbury, if you watch him at times, and I don't know if he's lost a step or if he's lost something in his technique, but a lot of guys are getting behind him, and that's a bad sign in the cornerback world that you're letting guys get behind you. And I think at this point in time, it just turns out that you're right. The secondary, and I said this after 2022, there potentially could be issues, not only at the corner, but at the safety, because to me, Logan Ryan, for all the good that he does, when's the last time that he has actually had a turnover in a game? I think it was week 1. And he's another guy, especially on that one catch last week, in Dallas, he let the wide receiver get behind him. And that's a big no-no when you're playing safety. Your one rule, especially when you're dropping back and you are the last man in coverage, is not to let the guy get behind you. And he's done that. And you're not wrong. I do think it's going to be an issue down the road. Dom, I mean, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's an aging problem. I think it's one that I wouldn't be solving next, but I think it's something you need to be keeping an eye out for. And if you've got the right person to come in the secondary, then yeah, sure. If that's the best player on the board, you take it, because I think it will be a need for us going down the road. But I think we've got bigger problems right now when you just have to hope you can eke out one more year out of some of these guys to get us through. But yeah, we've got holes all over the place. I'm not sure there's one area on the team that fills me with overall confidence at all, with the exception of Graham Gano.
But I got a question for you.
Exactly.
I got a question for you, LeVar. Who are you taking with the first 2 picks with the Giants?
Oh man, that's a tough one. It all depends on if we stick with Fromm. If we stick with Fromm, make him battle it out with DJ, and we look for a very successful stopgap quarterback and within like free agency, then I'm double O line all the way, because somebody has to protect our quarterback. But if Fromm's not going to be there and free agency quarterbacks aren't looking much better than Daniel Jones, we have to go quarterback, O lineman.
And who would you, if you went quarterback? And the question's going to be, who are you going with? You traded out of the top 10 to pick someone up, or are you going to use one of those top 10 picks to pick up a quarterback?
I will take the quarterback. And I don't know if it would be Mr. Malik Willis or Desmond. I think his last name is Ryder.
Yeah, Riddler.
Desmond Riddler. But my favorite, I don't think he's going to be there if we get him. I got to take a look and see what other teams are picking. The kid from North Carolina. I really like him.
I'm drawing a blank on his name, Don.
I don't know. I haven't looked too closely at quarterbacks. I don't
I have him in my notes.
There'll be many in top 10. We'll go.
Well, only the greatest quarterback in history is going to go. It's going to be Willis. It's going to be.
I like Willis.
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell, that's his name?
Yeah.
How
I like that guy.
How though, right? And people can correct me if I'm wrong on the little bit I've seen about him, is that he lost a lot of the talent around him this year. And we were talking earlier about you need to play up to talent, and that's partly why Tim likes Willis, of course. But he's lost a lot of talent around him this year, and that's why he's falling down draft boards. I could be wrong, but
yes, you are right. And like I said, Malik Willis lost all of his talent, except for his primary wide receiver, who was spectacular the year before, but then can't all of a sudden can't hold on to anything. Can't even catch a cold.
I also think the running back room would be a problem, because I don't know what we're doing with Barkley, but he's not. That Devontae Booker is doing a better job than Barkley, and it kills me, but I think the guy has to go.
Well, I've said this before, especially coming back from your ACL. You're not every running back and every player that comes back from ACL comes back differently. And the thing is, they've always say it's not the first year, it's the second season that you find your stride, you trust your abilities, and you trust the strength in your knee to recover. And I can attest to that because I've had 2. But and I don't blame Barkley for looking worse than Booker. I still think Barkley has more of a talent level. I also think that when Barkley's in the game plan that is being run for him is more the fact that when Barkley's in the game, they're probably gonna run because Barkley can't block. So I think a lot of teams are just putting 7-8 in the box as soon as Barkley comes into the game, pretty much knowing and understanding if you watch the plays that they're going to hand off the ball to Barkley. I mean, when he gets into the open field, does he still have the same explosiveness right now? No. But again, that is going to take time to come back from that type of injury. And I think the Giants are going to give him year 5 and kind of go from there. I see Dom nodding his head because he's agreeing with me and I'm brilliant. So, I mean, I do think that. And Dom, I mean, I assume you kind of feel the same way that Barkley's going to get that 5th year and then hopefully he can progress.
I would give him the 5th year as well. Like, no question. I think you see how he goes next year because I think you're right. The injury, you see it all the time with sportsmen struggle a little bit when you come back off a bad one. It takes that little bit longer. I don't think he's injury prone. I think he's unfortunate. And I think there is a difference. So yeah, I don't think the trade value for Barkley right now. So I would stick, see what he's got, and we know he's got all the potential talent in the world if he can stay healthy. And the staying healthy is obviously important, but I think we've got different issues and bigger issues.
Or at least I think his role should be changed. Instead of him being the starter, so that he can take time to heal properly and things like that, take it slowly. Make him the second string. He's not making first string production. He's not making the 28 to 30-yard breaks that Booker's making. I really would like to see what Gary Brightwell could do. I liked his footage coming out of college, but unfortunately he's working with a neck injury.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even outside of that, I don't know why they never played the kid.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I got a request from Nikki, and Nikki always asks for this. So everyone hold your ears. Hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. That's for you, Nikki. I should just
dub golden.
I should just dub that.
That's golden.
Thank you. My voice has gone back, or has come back from the battle with COVID. The COVID.
I should start my breakfast off. And right after I say my prayers, that's what I hear before I listen to New York Giant news.
Well, I really appreciate it, LeVar. That actually made me turn as red as Dom. I don't take praise well, and so now I got to insult Dom. Dom, you're an idiot.
Nah.
But thank you, LeVar. I do appreciate that. I know you are a great follower and a great subscriber, and you would leave us some wonderful comments as well. And like I said, and I'm always glad when anyone can pop on and kind of and kind of extol what your thoughts and processes are with the Giants, because it's great to hear what Dom and I think, but it's always good to get that outside opinion. But with Daniel Jones, LeVar, you got a $21 million option coming up in May that the Giants either have to decline or pick up before he even goes into year 4. You're the general manager, and we don't know who that general manager is, but LeVar is the general manager of the Giants. What are you doing with that $21 million?
First, since Jones is staying, no matter who the general manager is, I believe they're going to go with the person who has Jones' best interest at heart. He's not like the offensive coordinator, but he's going to put players in position so that Daniel Jones can return to and exceed the 24 touchdown season he had his rookie year, which means fixing that O-line immediately. You got to protect him immediately so he could just throw caution to the wind when he wants to. And we've seen the footage. He can do the job. He can do it. I just think there's some things he's missing, such as how fast he reads through his progressions. It makes me upset, which is why I jumped to conclusions so fast when Jake Fromm got in the game and he was wop, dishing them out, But I'm fixing the O-line. I actually like the combination of Andrew Thomas and I think it was Ben Bredesen before he went down. I can't remember who they had besides Thomas, but before he went down, Thomas, Bredesen, and I believe Gates. They protected him the whole time they were there. It wasn't until the main guys failed and it just went down. So we need a healthy, durable offensive lineman. Two
Well,
times.
that we do, and I think Dom. I mean, can we keep grabbing these offensive linemen or reaching for these offensive linemen in the first and second rounds? I mean, I'm not saying that they're waste of picks, Dahmer, but like I said, and I'm not calling you Jeffrey Dahmer, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
It's just, do you think that the Giants will still go the hog volley route, even though it really hasn't, outside of Andrew Thomas, none of it's panned out?
I think you've got to try and build that line. I agree with LeVar there. I think that's spot on. I mean, part of the reason I'm not taking a quarterback this year is not necessarily because I believe in Jones. The only although that said, if he's a neck injury, then you may have to if you just don't think he can play next year. But I would be trying to put pieces around whoever the quarterback is and bring the rookie in 2023 with a better line in front of them. My view is you take the best player available, but ideally you're looking to take those best players either on the O-line because we need at least a guard and a tackle as at least, and albeit you could do a centre and move Gates, which is what I prefer, but I think you can get a centre further down, and we need linebacker though. I mean, they'd be the top three positions I'd be looking at right now. But I do think you have to take the best player available, ideally in one of those three. And if that's double line, then it's double line.
I agree.
I like our linebacking group, especially if Martinez can return to what he once was, and Tate Crowder. Goodness, and where is Carter Coughlin gone? Carter Coughlin was amazing off the right side or the left side, whatever side you lined him up. He was great at containing the edge and did his job.
He did his job. He did his job in that Seattle game. He was one of the reasons why they beat Russell Wilson last year. The rumor has it he fell off the bench and twisted his ankle, so that's why he's been out. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just joking. He actually played well in the preseason, and I think it's just a I don't know. I mean, he's got to be in somebody's doghouse because of the fact that he did have a couple injuries during the season, but he I don't know what happened from what I saw in preseason. And I went to both Giant home games preseason. I mean, he played well, and he seemed to play well in camp. It's just like
he should have been beside Crowder.
Yeah, he's just not. I don't know. He's just not there for some reason.
You put him beside Crowder and match him with even Ellison Smith. I like Ellison Smith. He just needs to step up. He has the right build for what we need him to do. He just has to get in the game more.
To me, he's a little too tall to be an effective linebacker. I'd like to see him more in the defensive end position. I mean, I've never been a big fan of overly tall linebackers that are over 6'4", but that's just the old school in me, I guess.
No, I think that's what they had him playing. I never seen them drop back.
Yeah, they did have him play. They did have him play in the defensive line the last couple of games that he's played in.
Mm-hmm.
But LeVar, we're gonna be ending the show soon. But I did want to have you jump on. I've got someone else that wants to jump on real quick and say hello. But you know what? We'll do a call-in show and we'll have LeVar back on because LeVar, you've always had good insight. You've been on before. You've had good insight always, and you know what? You could probably do a better job than Dom.
Quite true.
Dom's great.
Dom is good, and everyone knows I love the Dahmer. And LeVar, I'm glad you can jump in. But like I said, we'll try to do a call-in show maybe in a week or so with Dom, and we'll have everyone come in. And LeVar, one day you want to come in and kind of co-host, I can have you on.
Hey, that'll be the dream.
Well, that's a dream. We'll make that a reality for you because, like I said, you've always left great comments. You've always been a great supporter, and I would love to have you on. But I am going to have to let you go because I do want to jump someone in real quick because we were all running about 9 minutes late overtime here because it's getting a little late for Dom. But LeVar, I thank you for stopping in. Dom, do you want to say anything to LeVar before we sign out?
No, some top comments. As always, love the comments, and yeah, great to hear from someone different on. Well, so thanks for popping in some good comments, and you rightly identified the future holes that are going to appear in this Giants team.
There's a lot of future holes. All right, LeVar, I appreciate it, and like I said, email me Tim at online. I just email me at onlinebigbblue@gmail.com, and we'll set something up.
All right, peace and love to you guys and everyone in the chat. It was nice being here.
Well, thank you again. Thank you, LeVar. Appreciate it as always. let's see here. We're gonna go to Maris Carpenter. I'm very curious about this one. So I'm gonna see about this one real quick. Hey, Maris Carpenter.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's it going with you, my friend? I've seen you in the chat a couple times.
Nothing good. Just
nothing good.
Yeah, nothing good with the Giants.
You're talking about you or the Giants? I hope.
I was going to say, hopefully you're doing better than the Giants.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I just wanted to like comment quickly on like the quarterback situation. I think it's funny how a lot of fans are running around saying, "Oh, this isn't a good quarterback year. This isn't a good." Okay, let's look back over the last 5 years. The 2017 draft. If you go back and look at a lot of the reviews. Mel Kiper had a 2nd-round grade for Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
If you look at like guys like if you go to the 2018 grade, Sam Darnold's the can't miss guy, or Josh Rosen. Then you go to 2019, a lot of people were talking about. Well, they said, well, Kyler Murray has talent, but he would be better off playing baseball. Going into 2020, you even had a late 1st-round grade for Justin Herbert. So I mean, I think this idea of like a great quarterback class is a little overstated. And I think for the Giants, the number one thing you need to go into this offseason is upgrading the quarterback. Because to me personally, I saw the end of last year. I didn't see it in Daniel Jones. I said, like, he doesn't process the game quickly enough. And to me, like, that's the way how the NFL is today. It's watered down for quarterbacks. Like, if you aren't excelling after 3 years as a quarterback, you're probably not the guy. Like, I don't understand why we're still playing. Like, there are so many people on Twitter like, oh, if you get the offensive line, Jones is going to get it. No, I've seen games where they've pointed out on television during the Buccaneers game. Louis Riddick was talking, hey, he had Galladay wide open, or he had Tony wide open. You can't teach that. I don't care how good your offensive line is.
And that's the problem. And like I said, I never go by the I never go by the prognosticators, because of the fact that I always say a lot of times, of course, they have more evaluation ability than we do, because of the fact that we don't see the pro days, we don't see the individual workouts, we don't see the other information, but they're just as wrong as Dom is. Yep. You know, I mean, and I love this comment, Tim, less Dom. I love that comment I just saw, but you know,
am I back in timeout again?
No, you're going to stay. But
I'm happy, by the way, to play second fiddle to Bad Dog.
I mean, but to your point, I mean, you can't evaluate something until you get them on the field. You don't know what someone's going to be. You need to turn around and you need to see, and that's why I talk about Malik Willis. You need to see certain things in college that you don't see from certain players, because of the fact that, like I said, Malik Willis is usually, for his team, almost every single game, if not every single game, the best player on his team by far, by multiple levels.
Yeah.
And that to me projects a talent. And when people on Twitter sit there and say, you know, this person isn't good and this person isn't good, how are they really evaluating that person? Because everyone talks about Malik Willis, and I always tell them, go watch Liberty. Don't watch the game, watch the player. Because watch what he does even on the bad plays, because that's going to give you a complete assessment of what type of player that he could potentially be when he gets to everyone can look at the good plays, but look at the bad plays. What caused the bad play? What caused him to do this? What caused him to do that? Was it as his own volition and design, or was it because of the fact that the people around him collapsed and he tried to make something happen?
Yep. And then dealing with adversity too, because I think a lot of the best quarterbacks in the NFL today, like you look at even Joe Burrow, Mahomes, even like others to a degree, you see a lot of them came from like lesser known schools, and they dealt with a lot coming through. Because Josh Allen has a similar college career to like Malik Willis, where he came from a small school, but he was basically the only guy out there. There wasn't anyone else supporting him around there. And they decided that they're going to take a risk because they saw, wow, if we can build a system, he has this kind of upside. And to me, that's the thing that I'm fine with. And that was the issue I had with drafting Daniel Jones, because from day one I said, okay, this guy to me just looks like an Alex Smith type. Like, I don't understand the point of using a 1st-round pick on a guy like that. He's basically just like a game manager, a high-end backup, someone that you can just spot start for like a few years and then move on. Right. And that's basically how I saw him from day one. And it's middle of the pack quarterback.
It's always funny because everyone forgets the other quarterback in the Alex Smith draft.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it took much further down the pike, and I think that worked out better for Green Bay.
Exactly. So for me, I think for this draft too, I'm looking at I do like Willis. I like his upside. I like Pickett too. I know some people are like, oh, he's too old. But for me personally, I look at certain things like for Pickett, him and Willis really have this it factor. You see when they're in, like, I've seen games where both of them, they sense the pressure coming up the middle or to the side and they adjust. They're like thinking ahead of the defense. And to me, that's something that translates. And they're looking downfield while they're rolling out of the pocket. That's the modern NFL. That's what you need to look for in a quarterback.
And the problem, people was with Jalen Hurts, what they didn't see with Jalen Hurts, and it was kind of on full display on Sunday.
Yeah,
the Giants never really got to him.
No,
and
they didn't.
He threw the ball even when he had blindside pressure coming, and he sensed it, and he had the ability.
And he's learning too. That's the thing, because if you saw some of the mistakes that he makes downfield, if he can improve his deep ball accuracy, he can be a franchise quarterback. Yeah. Like, honestly, if he can improve his deep, because he has that it factor where he could, like you said, he can sense what's going on in the pocket. He can extend plays out. The thing that I saw too, like a lot of the plays that I saw him make downfield this week, those would have been interceptions a few weeks ago. But it seems like he went back to the drawing board and he learned, because he got the ball more inside instead of throwing it outside. Because I saw a deep ball and I said, McKinney's going to pick that, but he got it inside to his wide receiver. But it's things like that where I say, like, that's
he throws the ball in a position where that his player can make the play, and the defensive player can't. We have a comment here saying that Carpenter is 100% speaking facts, and you need to have yourself a YouTube channel.
I would, but I'm kind of busy these days. But yeah,
you're busy being a carpenter.
Yeah, and a college student.
Oh, and a college. I just didn't know if you were just what I saw the picture. I was like, is that him actually being a carpenter?
No, I just got it as a joke.
Oh, I was like, well, I was like, well, he's handy.
But I think this thing too, like even this idea of like, let's just like, I understand that the other idea of like building up the team if you don't like someone, but I don't understand the whole idea of wait for Bryce Young. That to me is a fantasy. We're not going to be the worst team in the league to get Bryce Young, and it's also becoming the new tank for Tua. Like, we don't know. Like, my issue with quarterbacks that come out of like really great systems, you don't know how good they are. I haven't seen Bryce Young really be under a lot of adversity. Like, everything around him is great. His wide receivers, his offensive line. I want to see him deal with some sort of adversity.
But the question is, do you think he's Dwayne Haskins-esque in college? Dwayne Haskins had the big season, and then, like I said, that was his year. Now Bryce is coming back for another year, but do you see any Dwayne? And I'm not saying Dwayne Haskins in reference to ability, but I mean more of a Dwayne Haskins in reference to the situation.
It could be. It depends on how he continues to handle it. I thought Haskins was a really talented quarterback. I just really think he didn't have it between the ears. I think he should have gone back to college and spent more time developing himself. Or even if he came to the NFL, if he was actually focused, I feel like he could have been a really good quarterback because he had the tools. He was just he just wasn't focused on football.
Well, that's usually Don's problem. He's not focused. That's why he gets put at time. But I got a big question for you, Mara the Carpenter. You are Mara, the bad Mara. You're the John. You have the ability to turn this franchise around, and you are going to pick a general manager, and it's not going to be Dom because we don't want to set us back another 20 years. Who are you going to go with?
Well, to me, I think if I'm running the team right now, the first thing I would do is say I would look around the league and I'd say which teams are winning. So you're looking at the Chiefs, you're looking at the Rams, you're looking at the Ravens, teams like that are consistently winning. And I'm going to say, let me go get a guy from one of those organizations, teams that know how to draft well. So even like someone mentioned Ed Dodds with the Colts, you want to get someone like that. And then when they come in, you say, look, I am not an expert in this field. You're the GM. I'll pay you. I'll sit on my ass and you do your job. You can fire whoever you want. You can select whoever you want for your roster. I'll just sign off on the checks. I'll do what Steve Tisch does from now on.
That's smart. Dom,
yeah.
I know we got to get you out of here soon because it's late your time. Do you have any questions for Mr. Carpenter?
No, I mean,
Mr. Carpenter.
I again, some really, really good points. I mean, my view is that, yeah, you're absolutely right. The quarterback is the most pressing position. My issue isn't necessarily with the draft class, because I think that's subjective. And even when you get the draft class to end all draft classes, doesn't mean that they all turn out good. I think my thing is that, and you referenced it at one point earlier, is that exactly right. You come out of the NFL in that good college system, and it doesn't necessarily translate because you don't generally go to a good team where you can have that. And that's why my philosophy this year would be to try and build more of those pieces around so that quarterback comes into a better situation. I referenced earlier Mac Jones coming to New England. Yes, he's starting to get found out now, but that's because I don't think he's that good. But he looked good because he went into a really good system. Trevor Lawrence, not looking so great, but Jacksonville is a car crash. He's always going to do, and that's why I would go with that. But I agree
stop
with
insulting car crashes.
but,
No, but I agree with that.
I agree fully with your point about the
point.
quarterbacks being spot on, and also that this draft class is not great because I don't necessarily think that's true. Right,
Because I think too, even if we take a quarterback, I think with the other pick, I would get a tackle. I would see which tackle you have. I'm not like really a fan of taking a guard or a center that high because I like even if you go from like to Ernie Accorsi's book, you can develop those guys in the later rounds.
Yeah,
if we actually have
in the draft.
Smart people.
Smart
because look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs got the Chiefs rebuilt their offensive line with late round picks. They didn't have to go out there and spend three first rounders to rebuild their offensive line.
Well, look what happened with Eric Fisher. They took Eric Fisher #1 overall, and that really panned out well.
Yeah,
not that he was serviceable, but he was never the #1 overall pick that
exactly
that he was selected as. And I understand it was a weak draft, but it's not there. We're actually gonna be closing out the show, Mr. Carpenter, because of the fact that we are running very late today. I didn't know people wanted to come on. I would have came on and I would have people. I'm gonna give you the final thought, Mr. Carpenter, and you could be anything you want because usually I build it up as Dom's segment. I build it up as the information of all that is holy because it is the information that we all need to hear because it's what we wait for 2 hours and 21 minutes. We wait for this information. It needs to be spectacular. It can be about how wonderful I am. Mr. Carpenter, how are you closing us out?
I think the closing message would be for Giants fans to be more open-minded. Because I think every offseason, there's the new thing. Last year, it was, we need more wide receivers. We need more wide receivers. And we just tunnel vision towards that. Now it's, we need more offensive line. And we have to have an open mind going into the off season. We need to upgrade at the quarterback position. We need to improve linebackers. We need to get an edge. There's so many different things we need to do. But we need to be open-minded. If we need to rebuild the offensive line, we need to look to the trade market and the draft as well. It's not just about, let's get two O-linemen and then move on.
That's great. And Mr. Authentic would like to know, Mr. Carpenter, if you have a Twitter account so we can follow you.
Oh, I'm no longer on Twitter. I just go on there to look, but I got off of there. I started getting anger issues off of it, so I got off of Twitter.
I wonder why. Because me and Twitter, we're buddies.
Did you follow Tim's advice and stay off Twitter?
Yeah, I got off of Twitter Twitter from like last year because of like Giants fans were getting on my nerves, but yeah.
I say that every day and I get more subscribers.
But I follow you guys and I follow Authentic too. I like his channel.
Mr. Authentic, I like Mr. Authentic as well. And I'm not just saying that because he's on the screen right now, but he's another one that has, he's got realistic takes. I think that's I think that's the best way to put it. And like I said, I do appreciate you coming on. We'll do a call-in show one day. I have a lot of other people that are trying to pop into the to whatever the queue is here. But guys, we got to check out because it's like 11:30 at Dom's time, and I got to eat dinner. But like I said, I do appreciate you coming on. I do appreciate you if you do, you're supporting the channel and supporting Dom and I, and
definitely.
And it's great to talk. And like I said, it's always fantastic to talk to people. Dom, do you want to say anything to Mr. Carpenter before we let him go?
Again, some really excellent points and really nailed the analysis on a lot of those points. So really great comments, brilliant, and really well put as well. So both people that came on, great comments.
So what you're saying, Dom, is we should replace you with
pretty much. Yeah. You spot on.
That's what you're saying.
I think that would be a sensible call for the channel.
Oh my goodness! Well,
guys, he didn't even think about his final thought. It was still better than any of mine.
No, that's what the sad part was. I was like, you sit there and think about it for a week. This guy is. Well, first of all, he's college, so he's young, so he's probably got some brain cells left. He's sitting there like, I could come up with something right away. I could do this shit. Look at Dom. I could be Dom.
I know. I love the fact you think I think about my final comment for a week.
Yeah, I know. All right, my friend. I appreciate you being able to stop in. I'm going to close this out with Dom. But again, like I said, I appreciate you being able to drop in. And great takes, man. Like I said, hopefully you will be on the next couple streams. So I'd love to have you back on again.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, thank you. That's always good because I'm going to have to be doing this on the radio, talking to people.
Good
Not
practice.
just Dom. Those are my first 2 radio callers.
I mean, at that time in the morning, it might just be me because of a time difference. I'll be up.
Dude, that time in the morning, it's either going to be you, my wife, my other friend in Ireland, and my friend Ed, who doesn't sleep. So I think you'll be the 4 callers. And if you could use different accents every time you call in, that would be appreciated.
And different names.
Yeah. Yeah. You could be like John from the Bronx.
I can pretend to be Austin Powers, and then I could say I was from the Bronx.
Tom
never
from
know.
Brooklyn. You're Tom from Brooklyn.
Brilliant. And is what? But you know you're going to get found out when when Mrs. Online Big Brew rings in and sort of says, "Where did you put so and so?" I'm live on the air. I don't care. I want it now.
Well, no, she'll just text me.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I just read the text on the air because that's my problem. When someone pops up a text, my first initial reaction is to read it. And I read it, and then I find out that I'm reading it out loud. But guys, we're gonna check out here. It is very late Dom's time. Dinner's ready upstairs. I got a big TV sitting on my floor. The dog's got to go out. Dom's got to go feed the cat, close the door on the shed. But you know what? It's time to go, guys.
Still hasn't got a door.
I know it doesn't have a door. And see, here's my wife texting me right now. Hear what she has to say. Radio nowhere. Oh, she's right there. Hi, loving wife. We're leaving. It's Dobie. All right, Dom, we're closing this out, guys. Have yourself a wonderful time, and we will talk to everyone next week. Peace, everyone.